Hello, everybody, and welcome to Floating Fortress, where last we left the party. You're coming back to Tashir after a highly successful everything. And didn't we just know it? The Lord of Tashir is dead.
No.
Long live the Lord of Tashir.
He died valiantly, though, defending his town.
That's right.
Yeah.
He certainly did. In his place is your friend, the man who cannot help but charge straight into battle.
Yes.
The young Nicholas Babinal is now the Lord of Tashir, and it's up to him to decide how best to reward you, but it's also up to him to, put together his village, which is now badly harmed. Many of its warriors are gone. Some of its people are dead. A little bit of money and equipment is going to get recovered, but, Tashir is not necessarily in the best of place, even though there's fewer enemies around. You know, that post-war economic crash, maybe.
There's a lot fewer enemies, though, because we basically exterminated all the goblins.
They're a
and
major
bugbears.
threat, right?
Yeah.
They should be no longer a threat for an appreciable amount of time, probably
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
They're dead. They're dead, so. Well,
Right, now, before we get to all of that stuff, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. First off, the personal quests. This is a fantastic idea. I have a whole list of them, but I don't want to overwhelm you with too many at once. So I'm going to give one universal quest and then 2 personal quests for each person.
okay.
These aren't all equally easy. Some of these are more attainable. Some of these are a little harder to attain. As you do them, I'll replace with more, and occasionally I will add more. I don't want this to become like a giant quest log that's annoying to look at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So first off, the universal quest is use every spell that you have. Every time you use a spell that you've not used before, you're going to get some bonus experience. 100 per spell level, I think is what I wrote down.
Have you tracked which ones we've already used?
I haven't, because this wasn't a thing, but I think I know which ones. Yeah. But find a way to use it usefully, not just I want experience, so I'm going to cast it. Yeah. It's gotta feel like you're at least trying, even if it doesn't succeed, even if it fails, but it was an honest attempt in a place that mattered. Okay. Elijah, your 2 quests, buddy. Your first quest, first personal quest. Talk to your wife.
Oh shit!
Your second quest.
Like personally,
and this is actually. Go ahead.
Face to face, because I've sent her a letter. Remember?
You've sent her a letter.
Yep.
You have to have a conversation with her.
It's going to be
face-to-face,
really hard after the letter I sent.
There's going to be a way. You'll find a way. Your second quest is sort of a 2-parter. You can fulfill either one of these. You need to hire an NPC who can join the party, and they survive through 2 combat encounters. Right? You gotta, as the administrator, you gotta bring somebody in, and obviously you don't have unilateral authority. This means you gotta convince the party that this is a good idea. And the other side of this coin, either of these will fulfill it, is to fire an NPC from the party.
Sick.
Nice.
Okay.
Cedric,
Yep.
your first quest. Get in touch with that wizard's apprentice from your backstory who came to town to visit.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that backstory.
I remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came to the top of the mountain with me. I don't remember their name or where they were from, but I remember
you
them.
wrote some poetry together. You sort of bonded. She was looking around. You had a bit of a connection.
We did.
Get in touch with her somehow.
Did you say they wrote some bondage, or did you say they bonded?
They bonded and wrote some poetry.
Got it. Sorry, I misheard. I jumbled the words. Continue.
It's fine. Your second quest is to use your poetry skill for something that helps the parties, that somehow improves the situation that you're going through. Maybe it's propaganda. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but you have this skill. It was a critical part of your backstory. I'd like to see that somehow show up in game.
All right.
Nick.
Yes.
Your first quest is to truly discover ley lines in Aknara.
Okay.
Your second quest is to visit the Elven homeland.
Okay.
Jamie.
Wait, by the Elven homeland, you mean the Elven forest?
I mean the Elven forest, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your homeland. Yeah. Jamie. you need to return to Akanara and see what's going on with your people. I know it's dangerous and I know it's scary, but you're the fucking Lord Commander.
Yeah.
You're gonna get bonus XP for going back to them.
I need to.
The second quest for you is to overrule a party consensus with grace. When everybody else in the party thinks you should do something, to say, no, I know what's best and I'm the leader and we have to do it this way, and to do it gracefully.
With grace. Okay, so I can't be
We
mean.
get to decide if it was gracefully.
What the hell?
We all have
I
to
mean,
agree.
gracefully is a big, complicated thing, right? It's just got to feel like a good decision to me, which is pretty subjective.
Cool.
You know?
Okay.
It can't be one of these things where the party's trying to get you XP and they say this and you do, right? It's got to feel like you are a leader who is like, I know what's right. Even if you don't agree with me, I'm the leader. You're following me. We're doing this, right?
Yeah.
These are your starting quests. I might drop some of them off the tart as if they don't get done and replace them with others and blah, blah, blah. We'll
Sweet.
sort it out. But those are your quests for now.
Can I just
I like
ask,
these quests.
based on what Echart was saying, are we expecting XP, 100 XP per spell levels for spells that we've already cast?
No.
Okay.
Only for ones that you haven't done yet.
Because I've done most of mine, you know. I was looking through. I think there's only Wizard Mark.
I think I've done most of mine, too.
Race and Reveal Doors from level 1. And then
You've done soundproof?
Oh, and Soundproof. And then for level 2, I've done less of them. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then you know.
You've done dictation?
I've done dictation because I use both dictation and comprehend languages to
Oh, you did.
write things down, yeah, which was very clever actually and did deserve bonus XP.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we could. You know what? Why don't we just reset it? Why don't we just say no spells have been used, bonus XP for each spell that you use
Okay.
All right.
from here on forward.
All right.
Love it.
Okay.
Didn't we all just get a bunch more fucking XP too with my Sigil of Protection? Am I remembering this correctly?
You did just level. You did get
Yes.
some new spells, and yes, I
Clerics
did
of
add
you
them.
get this too, right?
I also have it.
Okay, so yeah, we got to figure out
Wait, what does it do?
who we all cast it on. You have a pool of temporary HP equal to twice your level that you can bestow upon other creatures. So I think we give it to everybody but you, if I recall correctly. I don't remember though. I got to read the spell again.
Don't give it to the 10 AC guy.
No. He doesn't need it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, we're back in Tashir. You've leveled. Some of you are very near death. It's time to rest. But it's also time to mourn because many, many people have died in this effort. We're going to fast forward through some of the stuff. We could spend some time mourning the dead, but I think our campaigning time is actually better spent doing some other things. So, how many days until Cedric is at full HP? I think is our marker for how long we need to rest in Tashir.
I'm going to have to roll. I mean, HP, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, roll 1d8. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm at 12. 3, 4.
And then at a certain point, you roll more dice. But what is this?
11 plus 8 is 19. So I think this would be 2d8 because it'd be at 20.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, I'm there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
4 or
4,
5 days.
5 days of rest in Tashir, which is perfect. It allows everyone to get their stuff together, everyone to get reorganized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It's going to be May 26th when
All
the
right.
party is rested and recovered. The dead have been buried. Society is restructuring itself. We're here near the end of spring, but up in the mountains, the weather is still cold, even this late in spring. There's been a gentle snowfall. The ground has, just a small amount of snow scattered across it everywhere. You are getting a reward for your help and assistance in Tashir. Lord Nicholas Babinal presents you with something one day. He calls you in because he knows you're about to leave and he hasn't given you your reward yet. And in his little hall with his followers and his companions and his people around you, he has you approach on his new wooden throne. And he holds something in the palm of his hand, a small something. He looks across the assembled party and says, My father, before he died, in our brief time together, after my rescue, after my escape from the goblins, told me your plans, told me who you were and why you were here.
Mm.
I think what I have in my hand is something more valuable to you than gold. And he opens it and shows it to you. It is a small ring. It's like a regular size ring, but it's small. Like, it's a small object. It's a, wedding band sized.
Mhm.
It's a small ring that he holds out to you. It is bright copper colored. It doesn't look like too much, but he holds it out for one of you to come pick up.
I'll step
I look
forward
at Zephyr. Yeah.
and reach out and grab the ring. Well, I don't just like snatch it, but I like
Oh yeah, he holds it out
take
for
the
you.
ring.
There is
And
a 6-pointed star that's sort of like what would grip a small garnet on the top of the ring.
but there is no gem there.
There's a gem. Yeah, there's a red garnet
Okay.
held by like a little 6-pointed star that comes out the top of the ring.
I hold
the
it
rest
up.
of the band is pure copper.
Hold it up to like the light or the window, and I'm looking at it, and I say, "Is this one of the rings from the schools?"
This has been passed down through my family for generations. When we fell out of favor and we were just peasants for 500 years, father to son, mother to daughter, through the generations, until it fell into my hands when my father died. It is one of our oldest and most valued treasures. We have no use for it. It has no magical properties we can discern, but it's old. It's very old. And based on what my father has said before he passed, I think this might be best in your hands. I loathe to give up such a family treasure, but I think for all of us, I think for all of Ferodia, you should have this.
I say, this is an incredible gesture and gift. I genuinely am at a loss for words. This is an item that connects not only your family but our peoples in the heritage of Eris, I believe. That this could be one of the mage school rings that could be helpful in our quest.
He nods.
And I say to if his hand is sort of still outstretched, I'll reach out and I'll actually take his hand gently. And I'll say, know that the people of Tashir will always have friends from Aknara and in the Sons of Ferris. And if we hear that you are in need, we will come if we can.
I think you have big things before you. If we need you, we will call. But what you are doing is more important. You've done enough for us. I think we'll be okay.
I nod and I turn to my party and give them a chance to say something if they want.
Thank you for your generosity, Lord Babanol.
Lord Babanol, in the future, may your head be cool, and you now having to be the sole person looking after Tashir, let others fight for you.
I nod towards Zephyr. You've made a powerful
And
ally
give up-
today. You won't regret this.
There's one more thing. John, he motions to one of these people that's standing on the sides. A young man, like 21, maybe 20. He's a young guy. Shows up with a spear in his left hand, light green tunic, blonde hair, boots. John, John here is the brother of one of the workmen who died during the goblin assault. He has privately asked me if he could leave Tashir to join you on your quest. I told him it's up to you, but he has my blessing to leave the village. John takes a step forward, sticks his chest out, tries to be as, bold as possible, taps the butt of his spear on the ground and says, I would like to come with you. These goblins, these orcs, these bugbears, these monsters, I know the truth of it. They are the fault of the Vrasi Empire. The Vrasi Empire killed my family, not these goblins. I would like a chance to redeem my family, to fight for my fallen brother. Will you please take me with you?
I look at him, and I'm kind of giving him what I can only describe as sort of an appraising look. And I say, I would never deny those who wish to fight in the crusade against evil the opportunity to make the world a better place. If you're sure you want to come with us, then I will not prevent you from following us and being with us. But know that I cannot guarantee your safety and protection. And that
nods understandingly.
We may, none of us, return from the path that we walk.
He takes a knee before you. I swear to follow you, to fight, to overthrow the Empire, even if it costs my life.
And I ask him, swear not to me, swear to the gods. I'll sit down beside him and I'll kind of do the ritual that I did with my grandfather, with the blood oath to the gods, that you will uphold the gods and protect and do what is right, moral, whatever quest he is on. Not exactly sure, like crusade against the Vrasi Empire, that this is the oath that I'll witness it and perform it with him.
He makes a simple oath. I swear to help overthrow the Vrasi Empire.
I'll help him as
all the
well.
Gods above and below.
I'll go over and I'll do my Martha Cleric symbol on his head, casting Sigil of Protection on him, giving him 10 extra temporary HP.
Based.
I
think you can only do 5.
Putting that on him. Why I can
per
only do
person.
5?
5 per person, yeah. You can do 2 people, 5 each.
Yeah.
No creature may more HP than the cleric's level for one at a time. Oh, okay. I give 5 to him. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All HP is lost in the pool refilled at sunset or moonrise, depending on your caster. You're Martha, so you're a sunrise caster. So this will last until the sun comes up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas
so
mine
I think
is evening.
Yes.
Yeah, going forward, I'll give you one.
Well, moonrise, and that actually
I hope
changes.
so.
I'll give Zephyr one, and I think we give our other fighter here one.
Yeah.
You give me one, and you give Bazinga one, so we can keep our people alive.
We're covered, like, triangularly or whatever.
So you will get 5 HP. Yeah, okay. That seems fair. Do you not think that Elijah should get some?
He's got
He's
18
at like
AC.
26
He's
HP
fine.
now, and 19 AC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and
kind of fine.
I have the bracers of defense now.
Yeah.
My AC is
Okay.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think we had made a mistake somehow, or the Roll20 messed up and your HP was wrong during the last raid. It has been corrected now. I don't know how it reset to second level HP, but now it's right.
We're here
It's fixed now. Okay.
Yep.
As John gets back to his knees, I walk up to him, put a hand on his shoulder, and I say, "Welcome to the team, John. Good to have you."
Shakes your hand.
Already making an impression, John. I'll finish up the ritual. I'll say something. May Malchus bless you, God of the humans, power of strength through chaotic times. Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah.
So, are we like in the throne room here?
Throne room is the right term, but
Yeah.
let's remember that this is a small room.
I go to John and I say, "I'm Elijah. Welcome on board." If you have any questions, you can always direct them at me. And if there's anything to report or whatever, I'm the direct hand of the overseer, so you can always talk to me about any problems or questions you have or anything else, okay?
I'll nod in agreement
Thank you.
and reinforce what Elijah says. Say Elijah is our administrator of people.
You should ask him to put together his objectives for the next 12 months. As we go to walk out of the throne room, I say in a low voice to Zephyr, let me get a look at that ring.
I hand it to Riven.
Before we leave, can I just ask one thing? Lord Babinal, would it be okay to hold a parting feast?
He considers.
I can handle the food for everybody. I want to use my new break bread ability. I think it'd be really cool.
And I, the wine. I nod.
Excuse me?
Of course.
Do you guys have new powers that I'm unaware of?
Yep.
Of course, Nick.
No shot.
The cleric breaks a loaf of bread in half, but the original loaf remains whole. The bread will nourish as normal bread to those who pay thanks, praise, worship, pray to, or otherwise commune with the deity. Those who do not will not be nourished or satiated and remain hungry.
So by feast you mean bread?
We're going to do a religious...
Yeah, but it's good bread, man. It's religious bread.
It's going to be like a religious thing of like the gods protect this town. As we leave, we're clerics, right? In fact, me and...
Right, because this is one of
me
your
and
miracles.
Cedric, we chat about this, and we're like, we're going to hold a holy... We're going to make sure everyone's blessed. We're going to drop
anybody who would like,
miracles.
a blessing of Martha can come and break bread with her. Just need to give thanks to Martha. And I think this will be interesting because Martha... I actually have to, I think, call upon her to do this, so it might not even work.
So are we staying another night, or is this just happening this day?
No, you got to organize this shit, so it'll have to happen tomorrow night.
Okay.
God, that's another 2 days. When does that boat... Hold on, real quick. When was that shipment expected in Just Stars Bay? Because I'm conscious of that time limit.
Oh,
Because it's May 26th today,
so
so 2 days. I feel like he said like July. June, July. There was a shipment that we need to like fuck up to slow down Relis's plans, and I'm really conscious of that time now.
I'm not sure that I wrote this down.
Let me see if I can find it. I have Krellis's name so many times in my notes.
Yeah.
Summer is Krellis's requisition period. A day where the boat arrives laden with goods he needs. We have to waylay the boat. So summer, it's at some point in summer it will come. There will be a boat that will arrive with goods that he needs. And in order to buy us more time, we need to fuck that boat up.
Are we planning to get back to Aknara before that or not?
Probably not.
Probably
I don't think there's
not.
enough time, considering it's May. Like, it's about to be summer? June?
Yeah.
May, June.
So
we gotta...
July 1st is the official start of summer on our calendar.
Well, we're going to day run next, right? That is like the reason. So maybe from
we go to day run, we get a boat
to Agara or Terador, yeah.
Terador, Agara. And then
like
we're fine. We're fine on time, I think.
There was a reason we were going to day run in Terador, right? It was to do with like old wizard things, towers and stuff. So we don't want to just like pass through. We do want to hit those places.
Yeah.
But I am conscious of like, let's take 3 days and have a feast. We can do it. It's just like meta-y in my head. I'm like, ooh, time is burning.
I don't think 2 days are going to kill us, but yeah.
Why not just go out into the town square and hand out bread and wine to everyone who wants it? And give them blessings.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do a lunch. We'll do a lunch.
As well, yeah.
But it would have been
improvised lunch.
It would be so awesome though to do like a big like the fucking Last Supper.
Well, because the thing is, if we do a
I think
feast,
I think it's worth it from a roleplay point of view to do it.
Yeah,
it's not the whole. It won't be the whole town. It'll just be like the nobility or whatever. Whereas if you just go in the center of town and start handing out bread to everyone, that's like.
Why can't we just do a feast in the middle of town?
Well, but we would want the
bring
whole
everybody
town
together.
There.
Yeah, but we bring in everybody together.
There's not enough
You know,
chairs.
everyone's
is
out
there?
doing their shit. They're out in the fields. They're off doing, like, you know, people are busy with their work day. It's very hard for people just to, like, set down all of their projects and spontaneously come together. You know how hard it is to get 4 people together for a D&D party with advance notice?
Fair.
If you just go to the
You
center of town and hand
absolutely feast this shit if you want, but, you know, it's still going to be whoever's available at the moment.
Yeah.
It won't be
I think the
whole
payoff-
village.
I think the payoff's worth it if we wait a day or two and like actually.
Let's wait like a day or two and get as many people as we can. It's also a bit different when your lord is requiring you to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why he needs like a day to put out the word. Required feast. After hours, everybody show up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I go back to my room in the keep. I want to look at this ring properly, Neil. You said there's a six-pointed star where the red gem is?
That
yeah,
grips the
it's,
gem.
it's a regular ring with a 6-pointed star on the top of it, which the garnet is set into.
Remind me how many schools of magic there are?
8?
8.
9?
Nick, whatever you
Yeah.
do,
me
don't
look.
check your DMs on the picture I just DM'd you.
I cast Detect Magic on the ring, Neil, and I focused on increasing the strength of the detection rather than the size of the area. 4 rounds, so I think I can text up to mediocre magic.
Moderate, not mediocre.
Moderate, yeah.
Yeah, there are 8 schools of magic.
Okay.
In your room without anybody else, right? Just
Yes. Gotta concentrate.
Reminder of the player handouts. In the Lost Tower etchings, there's a 6-pointed copper star with a gem in the center.
Ooh, yes.
That's what I was DMing you a picture of.
Okay. No, we're pretty certain that this is the
This is the
copper
seal
ring
of copper, yeah.
that was given to one for each of the schools of magic below the person who held the silver, which was the person who was in charge of the tower. Is that right?
Yeah, this would have been a holder of copper. There's holders
Yeah.
of gold, holders of silver, holders of copper. This would have been a holder of copper. So this probably, what was it? A copper was a master of a school, and there was one of these copper rings per. Sorry, there was 8 of these copper rings per silver ring.
Yeah. One for each school of magic, yeah. And
Yeah,
the silver
something like
ring
that.
commanded the tower.
Yes.
And then the gold rings were like the people in charge of probably the fortress.
Gold is the grandmaster of everything. So like you
Yeah.
could like shape the world.
Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah, so
lead was like you're allowed in.
Let's just let you into one of the towers, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, could this be the key to the door in Aknara? Could that let you in?
It could be,
If you
couldn't
just
it? Yeah.
fucking, if you just. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
was there an
Do we remember
appropriate
the
like
hole?
opening for it?
Yeah,
It was
do we
more like- it
remember
was
the
like a-
hole size, Neil?
It was like a key, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
but wait,
It
because
was a
wait,
slot about, you know, yay high, yay wide, or whatever. That just seemed like a rectangular inset. You were gonna try and do some investigations into it, but things got like really distracted. At some point, you were like trying to get light in there to see what was back in, but you don't have like flashlights. You have like torches, and that is just really awkward. And there was going to be a plan, but then the party, you know, bigger things happened, and
What
you
if
never.
there's-
I don't.
different doors and different locks. So like the one in Aknara is for the silver ring because it's like a bar shape, and we need to find a copper door. Fuck.
Well, as you detect magic, when you get to the strong category, this ring begins to.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
not quite vibrating, but you can definitely feel something coming off of it. It's physically not moving at all, but your hand senses this like back and forth jittering motion.
Wow.
This copper ring radiates strong magic.
And do I get a school off it?
Put your detect magic into chat.
Doesn't say.
No, I don't think this has a school associated with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me look
okay.
at mine.
No school.
Because I might.
Okay, it's magic. I tentatively Put it on.
Sure. You wear the ring.
I
Please
wear
add
it.
it to your character sheet.
I wear it in my... yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to wear it. Zephyr said I could be the Archmage, so fuck it.
Okay.
We have a better one.
Well, party. You're gonna hold a feast the next day. We're just gonna skip ahead to that unless someone has something they really want to do right now.
I just... I tell Zephyr that the ring is magical.
This would be a conversation. Magical, okay. So he
Please.
didn't know it was
Yeah.
magical.
He said he couldn't detect, but it's pretty obvious to me that it's magical, in fact. Hey, can I borrow your sword?
Yeah, I hand you my sword.
I cast Detect Magic on the sword. Neil, is the ring more powerful than the sword? The sword's a +1.
You do not end up detecting. You can get to moderate, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't even detect the magic on the sword.
I understand that that's what's happening, right? That, like, the more time I spend, the less powerful magic items I can detect.
Right. The more time you spend, the more sensitive your spell becomes. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that this ring is more magical than your sword, even.
Interesting.
I'm
Question. Sort of meta. What level of magic can I detect? Am I level 4 or level 5?
We're 5th.
5.
You're 5th. So
Okay.
you can
I
detect
It looks like
moderate. Yeah.
moderate.
That's
So
what it is.
I'll spend a little bit of time doing the same to see if, because our detect magics are
Yeah.
different,
Bit
but the
different.
same.
Mhm.
So I'll do the same thing, and we're kind of studying these together, and we're like, it's interesting that these are magical, and trying to figure out what do I get a sense of from the sword and the ring.
Yeah, so when you hold the ring in your hand for 1 minute, you can feel sort of, I described ribbons as like sort of a vibrating in the hand. This is more of like a warmth flowing off of the item. It feels not hot, but like gently warm to the touch in your hand. And it takes a minute of holding it to feel that. The sword you hold in your hand and try to channel these things, and you can't feel it. You know the sword is magical. You've seen the effects, but you're not sensitive enough to these things yet.
Zephyr, do you object if I wear this and see if anything becomes apparent? I'm assuming that whatever magic it has is tied to entering one of the towers of magic in some way or another.
I don't personally have a objection of it. I do think that perhaps it's worth it to discuss what the best use of it is. If this were to enhance innate magic, then it might be really powerful for you. However, if it enhances someone who is studying magic, perhaps we should experiment with other characters.
If we find out what it does, then let's have a conversation. But I think for now, I'll just wear it and see if anything becomes apparent.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. If you want to spend some time wearing it and keeping it safe, I would be interested in, for experimentation's sake, in giving it to Lord Bazinga. And giving him... Because what if it enhances his ability to cast magical spells in battle? We may not want him to always hold it, but perhaps there are going to be times when... What if it makes him a good spellcaster just by holding it? Or what if it rejects him for not being a good spellcaster? Perhaps it's a way to tell who a good spellcaster is. You know, we have no idea what this ring is capable of. What if it's just a seal that lets you open a door? Like, we don't know anything. But I do think it's fine. That's a good
point. Okay, I'll give it a few days and then let's give it to Bazinga.
Yeah, it's
Lorenzo.
If you think the best thing to do is for you to wear it right now, I support that decision.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wear it until we leave.
Perfect. Do keep it safe though, because that is a priceless piece of Farron heritage. You know.
Don't worry, that's my job.
We actually have some pretty good drip. Like, I've got that Mithril Star stone necklace. You've got the
boots,
the seal boots. The seal of copper. Don't talk about the fucking boots. I'm pretty sure Cedric destroyed those boots anyway. Okay, so
no, he didn't. You leave
he
my
had
boots
someone
alone.
insult them.
Elijah bought
That's
them
true.
Exactly.
Wait,
All right.
what are they even made of? Is that snakeskin?
No, it's leather. Dyed olive. You heathen.
Oh, God, olive is not a good color. They look sickly. And
True.
obscene.
We gather everybody up that we can.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric,
Gather
you wanna-
everybody up you can. Now,
finest.
set the scene for me. What does it look like when you're hosting a feast?
Probably nighttime. We bring everybody together inside, I would assume, the town square. The nobility come down from their high houses. The regular people come in from their shitty, what's the word? Like,
Hovels.
hovels. Yeah, I was going to say favelas, but hovels. We get some candles going. We get the light going. And then I'll be kind of stationed up at the, what's it called? The fountain. Is there anybody playing music, Neil?
Yeah, there's some people out here with some drums, makeshift drums, a couple of makeshift flutes and lutes. They're not the best musicians you've ever heard. You would never hire them to like throw a party unless they were your only options. They're sort of like your friends who are put in band together, but they bust out what they've got.
Nick, you got cantrip?
Yeah?
Can you do some fireworks?
Sure.
Get some fireworks going, get it a little lively, and then I'm sure there's like a line to come up to me. I'll kind of explain like, townspeople, Martha blesses you today. All you simply must do is say her name with some grace, and I can break this one piece of bread into many.
Now, what sort of bread did you get? Because
I got
you
the
have to
best
provide the bread.
The best bread.
The best bread they have in Tashir.
Yeah.
Multi-grain rye.
Very nice.
I can also use cantrip to make the bread taste different.
Yeah, make it taste like pizza.
I make the bread taste like pizza, Neil.
We're having a pizza party.
Would you put cantrip in chat, please?
Don't do me like this, Neil.
No, it lasts for an hour per level.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I have a record of all the spells you're casting since we're giving XP for them.
True.
Yes.
Okay.
You can flavor the bread as
So he
people
flavors
break
the
it
original
off.
bread, and then I break it, and I hand it, and then the bread doesn't even break. So Cedric will break it and hand it and wait for them to say, like, thank you, Martha, or whatever. Yeah.
As
And
you
how-
channel your break bread spell and snap the first piece off. Who gets the first piece? The first
little-
broken loaf?
A little kid.
Not a noble? Not Lord Babinol?
Does Lord Babinol want the first piece?
I mean, it would be an honor.
Okay,
shouldn't-
then I'll
he
give it.
shouldn't-
Well,
he shouldn't
He
have
hasn't
to ask.
voiced it. You have.
Yeah, he should. No.
this should
So
come
then
from you. You're the cleric.
I'll hand it to Lord Babinol, and then
Not
I will
the party
do.
members?
No,
Not
I
your
hand it to Lord
captain?
Babinol first, and then I'll hand it to all of his nobility, and then I'll start handing it out to the regular people, and then whenever my party members come up, I'll hand it over to.
What about the water to wine?
I make the suggestion that
something
we make sure the people,
happens.
the families of the fallen, would get the bread first too.
Lord Babinol is here for the first piece of bread. And as you break it, you pray. You channel this spell. You call out to Martha for her blessing, for her what? What is it? Talk to me. How does
I call
this
out
miracle work?
to Martha for her blessing to bless the town of Tashir with nourishment. I let her know that they've gone through a really tough time. They recently lost their noble king, who was actually a good one in fight against demons, or not demons, but bugbears and goblins. And these people are going through a rough time at a time of transition, and they need their mother.
As you do this, it's a late spring's day. The 26th is pretty far away from the full moon, pretty close to the new moon. There's not much in the sky but a few stars, and yet clouds gather overhead. The sky begins to darken, and on the horizon, there's like a bright light that appears. First, everyone in the audience, they don't really notice. They're having a good time. They're dancing. There's candles. There's lanterns. But you've been reaching out to Martha and you can see this light, and it grows brighter, and it grows brighter, it grows brighter until it streaks across the sky and lands at your feet. Everyone takes notice.
Oh.
As standing before you is the goddess Martha herself.
Shut the fuck up.
Her face enraged.
Oh, shit.
As she looks around. You! She says. The ground gives a slight quiver. The people in audience hold still, staring, mouth agape. A few ones who pass their surprise checks drop to their knees, clearly aware they're standing in the presence of the divine.
I would drop to my knee as well.
Yeah, I think I do as well.
I do as well. Immediately.
How? How is this possible?
I shrug. I have no idea, my lord.
She looks to the four of you. I thought...
Malchus gave us a wink, is what I'll say.
You made us,
She
Martha.
looks to the sky,
You did this.
and she calls out, "Brother!" Another light appears. This one slow-moving, multicolored. It takes its time to arrive. Landing on the ground before you is a tall, dark-haired man standing next to this golden-haired woman. He chuckles to himself. Oh, whoops. Martha looks to him and looks to you guys. She seems caught without words. How could you do this? We had an oath. You let them? You didn't wipe their minds? What have you done? Brother, what have you done? And he'll step forward and place a hand on Zephyr's shoulder. I don't need to explain myself to you. He pats her a couple of times. He's tall. He's like 6'6".
I don't kneel, by the way. I'm standing.
What's done is done. They've traveled far and wide. People have seen what they have. There's no going back. It's too late.
We're doing good, my goddess, I say.
We're
We're
serving
making
the
a difference
gods.
here.
And I actually
We freed
turned to,
these people of evil bugbears, and they have a new noble here who's going to take care of them. I just wanted to feed them for the night. I'm sorry to bring you inconvenience.
We thought you would be
Elijah-
happy.
Elijah dares not to even speak. He's not kneeling. He's like he's kneeling on the floor, but his head is on the ground, and he's just laid out like that, completely to their feet, not even daring to look up.
Martha walks over to Cedric. He looks you up and down.
She sees a fucking honkin' 100 GP symbol of Martha chain around his neck.
I thought you were about to
And
say-
his shield with no, that is not what I was saying. And his shield has her symbol as well.
Mm-hmm. This strength is unnatural. You should never have been. This was a mistake. I'm so sorry that this has been laid upon you.
I kind of shrug. I think it was fate. We were meant to do great things, and we're looking. I'll speak in hushed tones to Martha, I guess here.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for Ferris's floating fortress to stop Verasi.
She shoots a glance at Malchus and narrows her eyes. This is your doing. You are meddling when we should not meddle. Don't you remember the last time? We swore never again. And Malchus looks back at her and says, you know there's no alternative. She doesn't even like what's happening, and they're her people.
Yeah,
We must intervene.
I'll
That's
also
interesting.
step forward and I'll say, how can you look upon what they do and do nothing? The world is in the grip of evil. We thought you wanted us to save people.
Her eyes soften. She seems to be able to like switch between extremes of emotion very, very quickly. She looks at you with like heartbroken eyes that belay a tortured soul underneath. I want you to help. I want you to protect them. I want you to do everything you can. And she looks back to Cedric. You've done good. He like puts a hand on the top of your head, closes her eyes for a moment, and you can kind of feel unwillingly like everything of the past year playing through your head in rapid succession. You've done all the right things, but this shouldn't have been done to you. You have committed no crimes, but there are greater forces at play. And she looks back to Zephyr. If I could snap my fingers and change the world, I mean, I can, but it's not good. There are bigger forces at play. You can't just make everything perfect. You can't just create free will and create perfect harmony. It's been tried before. You have to let people be themselves, and that means hardship, but it means people like you resolve that hardship. You must stand on your own 2 feet. You must be your own men. And she looks back to Cedric. This may seem like a gift, but this is a terrible burden. A burden you should not have to bear. Back to Malchus. A burden we promised not to bestow on anyone. Malchus comes over, has Cedric stand if you're still kneeling. And
I'll
casually drapes his arms around both of you, even though you're both quite a bit shorter than him. Well, he's like 6-something. You're 6-something, I think.
I think he's 6-something.
What's done is done, sister. The die has been cast. It's for the betterment. We all think this is the right thing to do. I know, we're not supposed to adjust things, but it's only 4. And they're mostly human. They won't last forever. It'll be gone soon. And this will put everything on track. This will make things work out a little bit more easily, right? I mean, what's the alternative? You've seen what could happen. Let's try this.
I love how he's like basically appealing to his sister. It's like, come on, just one, come on. We're just gonna do it once.
I'll take this time as like, I guess she ponders for a second to ask Malchus, like look up at him and ask him, what happened to Ferris?
I can't solve all your problems for you, buddy.
I know.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna do great things, but it's gotta be you, all right? And you, and you, and you. The 4 of you, my brothers. You guys are great. You're gonna do
Nick,
fantastic things, but you have to do it yourself, all right? We'll help where we can. You got Zephyr over here. Good old Zephyr. My favorite.
Can Malchus read my thoughts as a cleric? Because I want him to know that I was going to do the water to wine, but I was also specifically going to putrefy the wine of the nobles. Just because.
You don't know if he can read your mind, but you can try to,
Because I just want him to know.
You can try pray.
If I don't get a chance to do that, that's what I was going to do, and I want him to know that I was serving him in that moment to give everyone delicious wine except for the nobles.
Excellent. You can try to speak to him through prayer. They say the gods can hear your prayers.
Anyway.
Is there anything you want me to do, Martha? Anything at all?
Sighs heavily. You know the right things to do. I won't use you like that. You need to be free. You need to choose your own path. You need to follow your own heart. But you understand what I like. You understand what matters. There's a lot of life that needs protecting. You've been cursed with this. Do your best to make the world a better place. Do your best to protect life, to protect those around you.
Can you explain what are they wearing? Like, do I see rings? Do I see like amulet? Do I see, like what is going on there?
This is an excellent question. I probably should have started with their appearance. Yeah. They're both very, very tall. I think I said like 6'6".
Yeah.
Martha has long golden hair. She has sort of like long white robes, but they're not quite like monk robes. They're a little bit lighter, they're a little bit looser, they have gold accents all the way down. Blue buttons come down the middle of the robes. They don't like tie together with a sash, they sort of like button down the middle. Her sleeves come all the way out to her wrists, and they dangle quite deeply at the end of the sleeve, even though they're quite shallow near the tops. You can see little rings of gold and white that go across the golden accents along the edges. She has a thin, small crown that she wears round her head, made of gold, studded with blue and red stones.
Giga magic item.
Soft eyes that have been changing color as she's been talking. They've gone from like dark brown to light green and then sort of back to blue again. She keeps like turning to look at different people and then showing a very, very different emotion, sort of like switching very rapidly. And as she's been doing that, like the colors of her eyes have been slightly shifting and adjusting. Malchus, similar height, dark hair, dark eyes, thick dark eyebrows, and he's wearing like, fashion is one of my greatest weaknesses. He's wearing the medieval equivalent of like a 3-piece suit. It's not actually a 3-piece suit, but it has multiple pieces to it with multiple layers. His sleeves are short. They don't even come to the elbows though. And he has a big sash that wraps around his waist and also looks like it might come over his shoulder, like maybe from behind. The thing around his waist comes up and over his shoulder, or maybe it's just a different thing that looks exactly the same, 2 different pieces. He's dressed mostly in dark colors, but he has the exact same boots on as Riven.
Yes.
Cringe.
No way.
I
Don't even
fucking
fuck
love
with
it.
us.
I will get down on one knee in front of Martha, and I'll just ask her, could I please have a lock of your hair just to always steer me towards the light?
Jesus, a little forward there.
Oh, it's just a piece of hair, man.
Give me a wisdom check.
28.
She reaches up, twirls a couple of strands of hair together,
Huge.
and yoinks them out, handing you a small group of, 20,
A
40
holy
hairs,
relic.
something like that.
20
Holy shit.
golden Martha hair?
Mm-hmm.
That must
I just
emanate
want lock of
magic.
Martha's hair.
Yeah, lock of Martha. Yeah, I'll just do a lock of Martha's hair.
There you go.
That's fucking awesome.
That is cool. Yeah, that's got to be magical for sure.
I will cherish this forever, my goddess. And I'll kind of get quiet. Let her do her thing.
The two of you, she interrupts you, represent us in ways that have not been seen on this world for countless generations. You must do your best. You reflect on us like no other clerics around you.
We
Not
will
disappoint us.
we
Yes,
will
my
do our
goddess.
we will do our best. Mother and father. I say that in like a sort of like honorific way. You
Mhm.
might say to like a priest, right? Like father.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, if you bid us to do as we believe is right, then may we feed these people and give them hope for the future in the light of the losses that they have suffered in the hardships. Break this bread with us, make this wine with us, and let us give them a glimmer of hope that the future could be better through the light and majesty and the power of the gods.
Of course.
fuck yeah. I find a barrel and I just turn it into wine. I'm like,
walk over to one of these barrels that's been set up. And as you go over there and you start like channeling it, I think you change 1 cubic foot per minute into wine.
yeah.
Martha looks to Malchus. Brother, the village, they shouldn't see us. And he goes, yeah. All right. For realsies this time, though. For realsies. And then she walks over to him as he sort of like waves his hand across the area. Everyone's still like staring, bowing, worshiping. And then their faces sort of go a little bit blank. They look off into that middle distance. Martha takes Malchus's hand, and the two of them sort of just poof, into like as if were just silhouettes of dust that sort of fall to the ground and sprinkle down. And they are gone.
As Elijah, he's not watching, so he's just kind of hearing that they might be leaving, so he doesn't see them disappear, so they're already gone. But just like without even lifting his head from the ground, he's been thinking the entire time about something to say, so he just says, big fan.
Oh, there was one thing that I really wanted to say before they go, which was I didn't choose it, but I would have chosen this path. Just like I wanted to know that I'm on to be their fucking little god toady.
Yeah. You call it out as she's going over to him, and as you get halfway through when they're disappearing, you probably hear your words. And a moment later, with them gone, everyone else in the audience sort of like shakes off whatever it was, thinks it was just them who got distracted for a moment. The band picks up again. They seem completely unaware of what's happening. Lord Nicholas Babineau has a loaf of bread in his hand, and he takes a bite. This is good. This is really good.
Mamma
gets
mia,
up.
it's a little pizza.
It's silent for
gets
like
up
a few
from
seconds.
From the floor and kind of dusts himself off. Just looking for something on the floor. Let's have a feast, right, guys?
Yeah, in my left hand I have bread, and in my right hand I think I still have her hair. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So you like broke it, handed
Yeah.
it to him, and now you've got this lock of hair.
And I
he
look at
seems
it.
sort of oblivious to the lock
Yeah.
of hair in your hand. He's got his loaf of bread, and he's starting to like walk down and away so the next person can
as
come
I
up and get
go to
something.
put the hair away, just like I guess in my pocket or whatever. How does it look?
The strands are maybe 3 feet long. They're made of golden colored hair.
Shit.
Think Cersei Lannister.
Okay, I'll put it in my pocket, and then I will like just in pure awe, just start like breaking the bread, like not saying anything yet. I'm just handing it out.
Yeah. People come up. Zephyr's over there by the barrel of wine. You said 1 cubic foot per minute, did I say?
Yeah,
Something like
I
that?
think
Can you put it in chat? So
what I'm doing is
record.
basically maybe I have like a flask and I'm like scooping it. And this might be a little crazy, but what I want to do is specifically for any of the nobles that I think are like corrupt or bad. Like I'll let the new kid. I want to do putrefy food on drink on their one, as a like fuck you, as a message from Malchus that they need to do better. But also, I think Malchus would really appreciate that in a feast, I'm putrefying wine that he just created to fuck with the nobles. I think he would really like that.
Yeah. Well, Babineau is the noble family in here. I think that's the only nobles out here. Like, this is his little village, and it's just his family.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
I don't think there are any other nobles around.
I was hoping that there would be like,
You
like
wanna-
a minor, like, soldier family who...
Well, there's
like, corrupt.
definitely, like, there's the haves and the haves not. They might not be full-fledged, like, stamped and sealed nobles, but there are the wealthier people in town. Does
Okay.
that qualify?
Yes, so what I will do
Like,
is...
the
I will
guy
say
who owns the lumber mill,
the taste of the... I say, like, the taste of the wine will be blessed based on, your standing with Malchus.
Merit of your soul.
Good deeds.
The merit of your soul or whatever, right? And so anyone who's like in charge, money, whatever, they're getting the putrefied wine. The peasants are getting the good shit.
Causing some chaos. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. The first rich man that comes to do this, the lumber mill owner, who wears nice imported clothes, has a walking stick. It doesn't need it, but it looks nice. It's more of a swagger stick for him, really. He takes the flask, he takes a sip, makes a face, but then continues to drink it as if like, of course my wine is good. Of course my wine is fantastic. And walks away.
Hopefully that gives him some self-doubt and reflection over the coming days.
Yeah, I hand out my pizza bread to everybody.
Yes.
Keep in mind, everybody has to be thanking Martha if they wanted to actually work. So
Absolutely. No one would do anything but thank Martha,
Good.
great goddess of life and creation.
Yep.
I'm so excited to go and check how magical this hair is. I know it might not even be magic anymore, but I'm super curious.
Okay.
Way more than that, it's like also just like an emotional thing. Like a god gives
It's like
you
a holy
lock of
relic,
hair. That's
dude.
like
Yeah.
crazy. Wars could be fought for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Better than the finger of St. John or whatever that they used to fight over in real life.
Let me tell you, St. John's not that good at fingering.
St. Paddy, however.
Well, the feast goes on. The other people seem completely unaware of what has happened. Even the dwarves in attendance seem unaware of the divine's intervention temporarily.
Well, technically, the divine's intervening right now, but they might not understand that.
Yeah, but you know,
I'll let everybody know, like, Martha's here with us and watching, and, she's the reason that we can do this, blah, blah, blah.
of course.
Make sure you don't tell anybody. Keep it a secret here in Tashir. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at
Party continues.
I look over at John. He Berenza. They don't remember it either.
No, completely
No.
unaware.
Just us four. Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
And me
The two of
and
them are
me and
sitting
Elijah
down.
are allowed to remember.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
How
Later,
How did
and-
you two of you, Elijah and Zephyr,
Riven.
Elijah and Riven, Malchus and Martha didn't talk to you. They talked to the clerics. They didn't touch you. They didn't pat you. They didn't say you were doing a good job. They kind of
They did
just
make.
talked to the clerics.
Malchus made reference to 4.
Exactly.
He made
Elijah's thinking the
reference.
same thing. He acknowledged our existence. Yep.
True.
And in Elijah's book, that's a whim.
That's more than most people can say.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. Well, the party winds down eventually. Everyone goes to bed.
well, I'll go
Party
meet with
finds themselves.
Riven. Riven. I had 2 things. One, I'm so sorry about those boots. I see now Malchus works in ways that I could never understand. You had the same exact pair of shoes. And did you know this?
Of course. Well, I didn't know until. I recognize them, but I can't say I'm surprised.
I mean, I'm sure that's why they picked them out. Like, they're just so stylish, and he looked so good in them too.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Another thing.
I bet you he recently bought them after seeing me wearing them.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out the strand of hair, and I'll like place
You're giving
half
this
of
to me?
it. No,
Oh.
no. I place half of it in front of you. Can you detect the magic on this?
I can try. Can you not?
Well, I'm gonna try on my half. You try on yours.
Okay.
I'm curious if wizards can detect this holy magic. I would assume holy magic. There could be none. So yeah, while he's casting his, I'll cast mine.
This is the end of the night, right, Neil? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah. You both can detect magic. It's overwhelming immediately. Lock of hair from a goddess.
It's fucking sick. All right, I take my hair back and I will give you a single strand. Okay.
Okay. I'm
Thank you,
taking
All
Riven.
it.
right.
I give you
welcome.
one piece
Nice.
of hair. So I have 19 left. I'll put 19 charges on here. And I'll keep the rest of mine. Neil, I'm going to put my hair in... Does
How
my
do you
amulet
protect
of
that?
Martha open up or anything, or no?
No, but you could probably get one made that would open up for you. You don't have it yet,
Yeah.
but it's doable.
I have so I quaffed a healing potion, and I'm not an idiot, so I'm obviously not going to throw that away. So whatever the healing potion was inside, I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to, I assume a glass bottle. So glass bottle, put that there, and I'll keep that in my bag.
Okay. Done.
Perfect.
Well,
Okay.
it's your last night in Tashir. It's done.
Yep.
We're heading out early,
Tomorrow,
John. Come on.
We're leaving in the
Set
morning.
out.
Yeah.
Last day of May. We set out for Dayron. Now, you've been told in the meantime, in addition to this ring, there is a dwarven sage in Dayron who specializes
That's right.
in the geography and migration patterns of Ferodia.
Okay. Do we have his name?
Yes.
No?
You do, but
All right.
I did not write it down.
Okay.
So we're going to make it up together.
Well, we're looking
Or
for
is there a name from any of the patrons?
sagely dwarf name.
No, we got someone for Hardly Heroes, but not for like just a general person off the top of my head.
Grinder?
No.
No. What's a
No.
good sage's name?
That's definitely not a
Helmut.
good sage, isn't it?
Don't call
I was
him
thinking
Grinder.
dwarves grind. They grind things, not grinder like the app. I can see that mistake now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Just, some dwarven names.
Shovel.
What about
head.
minor?
Axelrod.
What about the librarian?
Ethelred?
If it's a dwarf, I mean, he's got to have a stupid name like Mithril or Charcoal or
I feel like
Yeah, he's like-
Garfunkel is a really fucking nerdy name.
Garfunkel. I agree.
That's
It is. Yes, that is a nerdy name.
Like, that's a book reading kind of guy. Oh, what's up, Garfunkel? You fucking reading books? Loser. No? Okay.
Saltpeter.
Alfred, Edmund, Edgar,
Saltpeter? Is that what you're going
Saltpeter is
with?
great.
I'm going with Saltpeter.
Saltpeter.
I fucking
Me
hate
when-
it, dude.
Peter asks me what the food needs.
Salt, Peter.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
well,
an alchemical ingredient. It's something that's been used for generations. It's a component in gunpowder. It lowers libido. They used to sneak it into boys' foods in private institutions and whatnot to kind of like cut down on some of the hormonal instincts of people. Saltpeter's an important thing in time.
stop people
I tell
playing
the
Soggy
party
Biscuit.
on our way that in Terrador, I'm gonna try and get like a person to make us an amulet to put like Martha's hair in, because I'd like to show it off.
Do you speak about it a lot? Yeah, on the journey.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all I can talk about. Like, guys, look at this, and I'll pull out my vial.
Are we explaining to Berenza and John what happened?
I don't think that that's a bad thing.
Like, are we going to tell them, or is it just they're gonna get confused and eventually ask what the fuck we're talking about?
I think
If they
we should
ask
tell
about
them.
it. If they ask about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I'm not gonna hide the fact that I have my queen's hair,
My queen.
a lock.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going after, like Gimli in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He just asked for like a little lock. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying for. I couldn't believe it worked.
He's
So
a
yeah.
creepy little guy, Gimli.
A lock of your hair.
Lock of your hair, miss.
He's a ginger,
True.
Yeah. So I
It
let him
sounds
know
weird to us,
what really
but
happened.
In context, in the olden days, locks of hair were a common token that you would have of someone. It was a way to, remember someone. You don't have text messaging, you don't have photos, you don't have anything to really remember a person by unless you can get an oil painting of them. So having a lock of someone's hair was a token or a favor. I think to us it feels creepy.
Exactly.
But it's an old
That's what I
way.
said to the police when they found my hair collection. No.
Well, I got a lock of her
understand.
hair, and it's not
Look,
making me feel creepy. It's
believe
making
it or
me feel
not.
like my goddess is actually with me.
Each of your mothers has a jar of your baby teeth somewhere in
That's
her
true.
house.
Yeah,
I
that is.
swear.
It's creepy.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I tell John and I tell Berenza what really happened that night.
Wait,
I give
I
him
want
the
to tell my
rundown.
lock of hair fact.
Yeah.
If you were a woman getting married in ancient Rome, right, you would cut off a lock of your hair and offer it to the gods.
Mm.
There you go. Boom. That was my fact.
didn't know
Okay,
that.
continue.
I
She
asked
cut off a lock of her hair and gave it to me.
John
Reverse.
on the way. Have you travelled to Dayrun before, John?
Nope.
Are we Any idea if we're best traveling on foot or via boat down the river?
Oh, by foot, definitely. The river's not traversable.
Are the woods dangerous down here? Is there more bugbears, more goblins? Anything worse?
Wild creatures are a bigger threat down there. Bears, mountain lions. Sometimes things come out of the mountains. But the real goblin bugbear menace was from the northern mountains.
Do you think
and the far east ones I hear. I hear near Red Rock there are other critters about. But the mountains south of Tashir, some griffins landed a couple years ago. Preyed on some creatures for a while and then moved on.
Good job we don't have any horses. But we just follow the river and we should get to Dayrun, right?
Just go downstream.
Look at this, John. Bazinga. I show him my goddess hair. And I give him the whole story.
Yeah. They hear the story. It seems improbable, but also, it makes sense. It clicks. There was that moment where they felt sort of lost and confused. You have this hair. And Zephyr, they could have sworn that Zephyr was over at this thing. They didn't recognize when Zephyr moved from where the bread was being given out to where the wine was being given out. And there's clearly a loss of time that they were willing to just look the other way on.
Yeah.
But with this context, they 100% believe you.
Good.
They probably want to believe it as well, right?
Yeah.
It gives them a reason to be following us.
You picked a good day to join, John, because you're with the gods now. Figuratively and literally.
Let's make haste to Dayrun. We've tallied
full day.
too long into Sheer.
It's downhill all the way, so it's fairly easy walking. You'll have to cross the river back and forth a few times. There's a few easy fording places where logs have been felled to make it simple for people to cross. Some have been knocked out of the way by rising waters. You can adjust them.
I just got to put this out there now.
Well, we can make it in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I will be casting Sigil of Protection on to John, so he's always going to have 5 extra HP, and always on to Zephyr, so she's always going to always have 5 extra HP, and then Zephyr needs to cast it on 2 people as well.
Correct. I will do it on Cedric and Magic Missile Bot, whatever his name is.
Babinal.
Lorenza.
Oh,
Lorenza. Yeah. Lord. What was that fucking game with the cards? Balatro. Lord Balatro.
Well, by the end of the day, it's still cold in the mountains, a little bit of snow on the ground, but by the end of the day, we arrive in Dayrun. It is a large town, unlike others before you. It is lit with a great many lights, far more than any other place you've seen. As you walk into the town, there is a single road, and you'll notice a lantern hanging above on a post in the middle of the street or on the side of the street. The lantern casts a nice, gentle, warm glow all around it, but it produces no heat. It's very clearly a minor magical item. And as you make your way into town looking for an inn, you'll see these lanterns scattered throughout Dayrun, lighting the streets at night.
This is an impressive welcome. Magic lights. We could do with some of these back home.
Absolutely. If not, acquire some to learn how they're made.
There must be a cleric here. I've heard that clerics can create magic light.
Or perhaps a wizard.
Oh, wizards can't do that.
At this crossroads, you'll run into a guard or a pair of guards who sort of get up from their they've got a table with a small shelter built over it, and the table has a lantern, and they've kind of got their hands around the lantern. They're wearing leather armor. They have spears and some shields that they leave behind as they get up from their little table and kind of come out, their cloaks and warm clothes pulled tightly around them.
We don't see any insignia of Verasi anywhere.
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
Hello.
Oh yeah, how's it going?
Oi.
Looking for a place to stay tonight?
Of course. Who are you? Where do you come from?
We're adventurers coming from the north. Right, lads?
From the north,
Travel
that's
from
right.
Tish- From
We cleared
Tashir.
out Tashir from Bugbears.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
That's
What
right.
brings you to Dayrun?
It's on the way to, what's that place we're heading to? Terrador?
Well, we're actually looking for Saltpeter.
Oh, well, that's true as well.
That's easy for you to say. My name's not Peter. Try the tavern.
Excellent.
Do you know where he is? I'm told he's a very sagely dwarf.
Head towards the center of town. You'll find a big square near the temple. In the morning, you can ask around there for directions. I'm afraid I've got some more customs questions for you, though. Did you bring any money with you?
A little bit.
I want to make sure you're not going to be begging on the streets.
I show him 1 bag of gold.
Yeah, I take out a bag and I show him some gold, yeah.
Do you have lodgings that you'll be staying in?
Whatever
that you know
the
of?
local inn is.
Okay, and you're just passing through, it sounds like.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
He motions to the other guy to like hurry over and go grab or motions for you guys to walk over to the table with him, and they pull out a scroll with a bunch of names on it, set it on a nice writing surface, and they ask for each of your names, and you'll see them write like your name, your description. They kind of like estimate your height and weight.
Wow.
And they just kind of
I'll
take in the
ask,
facts of who's coming into town.
Is this a free city or?
Free in what sense?
They wouldn't be called the Verasi Empire. What would they be called, like right now? Like if I
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to.
it.
Is this ran
You
by the
could qualify.
Verasi Empire?
No. We're free of them.
Thank the gods. All right. Okay.
Good.
I give my real name.
Yeah, me too. Riven Thornleaf.
I also give my real name,
Zephyr
Yeah, I give my
Shepherd.
real name.
I'm a half elf.
Elijah Evan.
Cedric.
Good. Thank you. Okay, sorry about all that. Just have to make sure everything's on the up and up, Got to keep the town safe. A lot of strange things out there these days. You can never be too careful who's coming in. Now, real sorry about this. One last thing I have to do. And he pulls out this like piece of metal. It's got a handle and then like a little slot that comes out of it that he holds between his fingers. And on the very end of it is a symbol of Martha with 2 crossed rings. But instead of being made of gold, it's made of silver. And he asks each of you to like hold out a hand, and he'll press it into each of your hands. It doesn't do anything. And he goes, with like a sigh of relief, and says, "All right, come on in.
I ask
Welcome to
him-
Dayrun."
What is that?
Having trouble with vampires, friend?
Werewolves, vampires, undead, monsters of all kind react to silver. Well, especially shape changers. You have to keep them clear.
Oh.
Yeah, those nasty shape changers, they can really be a doozy. Are there a lot of shape changers around here?
Well, we keep them out, so no.
Right, good.
The best way to prevent a crime. No, the best way to stop a crime is to prevent a crime. If
Prevention
you're the
is
sort
better
of
than cure.
town,
Right.
that's it. If you're the sort of town that checks for shape changers every time, well, then they don't come in.
Smart.
There's a certain logic to that.
You've been doing this since time immemorial, or something trigger it?
It's been requisite since I took the job. I don't think it happened before they came.
The Empire or the gods?
The Empire.
Right. Well, we'll be heading to the tavern or the inn. But,
Gods have always been here.
it's not what I meant.
Well, what do you mean the gods have always been here? I mean, they've been
You
up
didn't
there,
notice-
but now the gods are actually down here.
You didn't notice the meteors?
Oh, come on. That wasn't gods.
What do you think it was?
I look at Cedric, and then back at the god.
Strange stuff happens all the time. The gods haven't been here in, 5,000 years or something like that? You think they just pop down for a quick howdy do?
Yeah, probably
Well, then
not.
how do you explain that Martha's not in the sky or Malchus?
All right, Malchus missing from the sky does seem strange, but Matrigal disappeared from the sky, a decade ago? For months. And then she was back and everything was fine. He's probably just playing a trick on us.
Has Martha not come through yet?
Martha will show up in the 1st of July, I think,
Oh, okay. So when we need to be in the other spot.
when she rises. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, when Martha doesn't show in the sky, please remember me. Cedric,
All right.
cleric of Martha.
Nice to meet you guys.
And keep it going.
This is a nice
They
town.
wave you on through.
Yeah.
Do you know, I really enjoy the lack of shape changes.
Same.
That is-
I hadn't considered it before.
Yeah,
It makes me feel safer.
If I can be honest, I didn't really know that was a thing, but now that I know it's a thing, he kind of looks at everyone in the group. I'm glad none of you
Which
are
is
one.
We did the test. Yeah, we're good.
Right.
Everybody did the
we should
test,
probably
right?
get
John
one of
and
those.
Berenza?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
John and Berenza
We got to
too.
get one of those in the future, yeah. All right.
You make your way down to the center of town where there is an inn. This innkeeper is fairly sleepy. They're like passed out on the podium. They've got a little chair. And they wake up as you arrive. The bell in the door rings. They're going to come alert. They'll take your money. And yeah, you're covering Berenza and John's everything, right?
Yeah.
Lorenzo's a bloody noble.
He
And
didn't
he's
bring
broke.
all of his
Yeah, but he
shit.
left all of his
We got to
stuff
cover these
behind.
guys, man.
Yep, fine.
They're your henchmen, but that doesn't mean they're going to follow you if that's going to, drive them into ruin.
Yep.
I actually,
That's fine.
I do think that this is a good opportunity to have a couple of drinks and actually get to know John as a character if we
Yeah.
want, and learn about Dayrun and plan for tomorrow. I don't know.
I think it would be really funny if John had a serious alcohol problem. As soon as we get to this tavern, if he starts getting really leery and drinking loads. And that's why the mayor kicked him out, basically. But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
What if I ingest one of Martha's hairs?
Oh my god, stop going on about those hairs, Cedric.
He's obsessed.
It's creepy.
I'm just curious.
They
do you
are
think it tastes
God's
good?
hairs.
Yeah, thank you, Elijah. Finally, somebody gives a fuck.
It's
I know,
kind of
but-
it's kind of impressive that he has them.
You know what, Riven? If you don't like it so much, then give me it back.
No, I'll keep this one, but I don't just need to go talking about it all the time, that's all.
No, you know what? I'd like it back. I'd like to give that to Elijah instead.
You can't have it back.
It's my
Mine.
goddesses.
No, you gave it to me, it's mine now.
Zephyr.
Mama!
Yeah.
You've got 19 of them. This one's
I'm
mine.
I'm in a conversation with John and Balatro, and I turn at my name being called, and I'm like, what, Cedric? Is something wrong?
He's not appreciating our goddess's gift. Or she's not appreciating our goddess's gift. I would like my gift back.
I take
Seth
a
has dropped one of his
slow, deep inhale. Sort of like, is this true, Riven? You're not appreciating a relic of the gods?
The thing is, Zephyr, I just feel a little bit annoyed by him being such a braggart about it the whole time.
Do I detect a
everyone's
note
as
of
fortunate.
jealousy? in
Not
your-
everyone's as fortunate as Cedric, and sometimes he just doesn't appreciate it.
There's some truth to that. But I'll turn back to Cedric and I'll say, I can't make Riven give back a gift you gave. There's parables about trying to take gifts back from people.
You know what, Zephyr? You're right. Riven is just jealous that the gods don't give a fuck about her. I
That
stand
may
on
be
that.
true.
Trance
And I
off.
nod. I will turn to Riven and I'll say, we are a
Well-
party. We do need to work together.
Of course. I lean back in my chair and put my boots on the table.
I fucking hold on, constitution check to see if I throw up at the side of them. No.
Yeah, we stay in the tavern. Does Cedric really go and not come back?
Yeah, he goes to bed.
I give your
Oh.
boots a look of disgust.
He's a moody boy.
I want you to roll a willpower check to see if you take this mental damage. Okay?
Easy. Willpower's my best start. I'll be
Give
fine.
it.
You wait and see.
Fuck, okay. He doesn't take mental
28.
damage. Don't intimidate him.
How late in the night is it when Cedric goes to bed? Because I'll feel bad if he's gone to bed really
Oh,
early.
it's late. Like you arrive into
Oh,
town
okay.
as the sun is setting, and you walk through. You deal with the guards for 15 minutes, and you walk through the town by the lights. It's well after dark. The innkeeper was asleep.
That's fine. Okay, fine. I'll let him. I spend the night getting to know John and Berenza a little bit better.
Yeah. You want to do a little?
Yeah.
You want to do the conversational role play?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I ask John what did he do before joining us?
Yeah, what are your credentials?
I mean, that's a strange way of putting it, Elijah. I just mean, What's your life been like?
Well, I'm just interested in his past experiences and how he is going to bring those to the group.
Woodcutters. My brother and I,
Right.
my father before us.
Hmm.
My mother passed away in childbirth with me. I have no sisters. It was just me and my brother. My father died maybe 5 years ago. Tree fell on him. Common accident in what we do. And with my brother gone, you know, they're friends in Tashir, but no family. And who better to stand up to the evil of the world than a man with no family left?
You had many encounters with the Empire? Just tales?
No. To be honest, I've never even seen their flags. I've actually never left Tashir, and they've never come this far north.
Well,
But I know about them. I've heard all about them. The kingdom of Vomont has long been trying to prevent these creatures, these monsters, from coming in. Bards have traveled through, and I've heard stories about what happens in the other parts of the world. Heard stories about the monsters and the goblins and the orcs that have been brought to our shores to conquer, to take over, and then just let loose to raid and pillage as they see free. The goblins that have been battling in Tashir are undoubtedly minions of this evil empire brought here to conquer us, and then their reward is they get to loot whatever they want whenever they want.
you should count yourself lucky. My homeland is the Elven Forest, and I've not been able to bin since I was around 12 years old, and now I leave my island home of Aknar, and I can't even return there for the Barassi scum of taking up residence. I hope you have a strong stomach, because one day we'll be traveling back to Aknar to deal with them.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready. I'm fully ready for this. I am committed. I'm itching to get
Good.
some vengeance. I'm itching to put a spear in one of these suckers' faces.
You ever fight with any of the goblins and stuff?
No.
Do a lot of fighting at home? Your brother or something, maybe?
Wrestle with my brother. And, you know, played with the other kids. I've been in fights.
Good.
Plenty of fights. Yeah.
Good, yeah, because it's,
I've never killed anyone, though.
well, count yourself lucky. Weighs heavily on
First
you.
time for everything, right?
But I've got a spear, and I'm handy with the hatchet.
Good.
He
You got
looks
a
in-
hatchet with you?
Two.
Elijah looks deeply into John's eyes. Are you ready to kill someone?
Well, not just anybody, but, you know, the wrong people, yeah.
Right.
Or, I mean, the right people.
Yeah.
He gives him a
Someone-
knowing nod and leans back. It's not easy killing someone, you know. It takes a lot. It takes quite the man to do something like that.
I turn to
Says-
Elijah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. Sorry, I thought you were finished. Go.
He says, thinking back to the plenty of times he immediately threw up after combat. It takes...
You did kill that innocent man in Aknar, though, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that aloud?
No. And then he remembers that incident and kind of just stares off into the distance.
John's tall. 6'2", 168 pounds, 13 strength, 8 dex, 13 con, 13 int, 11 wisdom, 6 charisma. He carries a backpack with him that doesn't have very much in it. You know, he lets you know it's just got some rations, a bedroll, a small knife. His backup hatchet is in his pack, and he carries his regular hatchet on his waist, plus his clothes and a spear. So he travels very light.
At some point,
He has
oh, sorry, Neil.
8 silver and 15 copper to his name.
At some point when he leaves the table to like go for a piss outside or something like that, I want to follow him.
Yeah,
And
you can creep on him in the night.
I'm not
Peeping
going to
on
like
his
talk
penis?
to him while he's pissing, but on his way back into the bar, I hand him like some coins. Like, how much would a round cost for our table? Like, less than a gold, yeah?
Yeah, it would normally be like 4 or 5 copper for a beer, but the bar's closed right now. It's nighttime.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I don't do it. I was going to give him money to buy us around.
Oh, well, that's very nice.
So sometime after Elijah talks about killing people, I start talking, and I say, the first time that I almost died, it almost broke me. Like you, John, I had just sworn an oath to the gods to protect people. Terrible things had started happening in our home. These goblins were appearing, and I think these creatures from the sea came. It's all very muddy, but I remember I almost died. And I cried for a long time. But the people here, I wave my hand.
I'm not a pussy.
I wave my hand to Riven and Elijah, and I say, they kept me going. And it's not about being tough. It's about keeping momentum.
He's got that, like, brashness of a young man who's never actually been tested in this regard, and he, like, brushes it off, like, well, I'm made of stern stuff. I'm not too worried about it.
Of course. But when you need us, we'll be there.
Thanks, boss. What do I call you? Your Majesty? Your Grace? Sir? Kel?
You can call me Zephyr or Overseer. Honestly, you can
Overseer.
Choose whichever name you prefer. It's the question of whether or not I'll like it.
Overseer, of course.
But remember, I may be the leader, I may be in charge, but the institution of my position does not override morality or justice. There'll be moments where you know I'm wrong, and you need to do the right thing in those moments.
I'd never question you, even if I think you're wrong.
That's the complete opposite of what I just said.
What? What do you... No. You listen to your leaders. You follow them, no matter what, because they know better.
That's right.
They've got more information. They're wiser. They've seen more of the world. You've got magic powers. Of course I'll follow you. You expect me to...
I would hope that
Can't be
you would
serious.
make the right decision if you believed I was making the wrong one.
Okay.
Just
But
think
also,
about
if you do doubt a decision that Zephyr makes, make sure to go through the proper channels, obviously. He points at himself.
We
Right.
need people, not
Right.
zealots.
Exactly.
Okay.
Zealots who follow the rules.
So, what's the plan tomorrow then? We seek out this dwarf?
Renza speaks up. Well, I've learned a lot in the time that I've been with you. I could really use a couple of weeks to see if there's any spells. I saw the magic lanterns out here. I think there's a spellcaster in town that maybe I learn from. Do we have a couple of weeks for me to... I would be much, much more useful to the cause if I could get some study time.
I don't know if we have a lot of time here. We have a mission to get to city name
Which city is it?
There at
King's Landing. What is it called?
Just Stars Bay.
Just Stars Bay?
Just Stars Bay. We have to get to Just Stars Bay for summer. Now, we might have lots of time there when you can do all this, but we may not have as much time as you would like here.
Just Stars Bay has tons of magic. It's just I have a lot of untapped potential. We would be stronger getting there if I had a couple of weeks and some money to buy some spells and learn them and try them out.
Yeah, well,
We'll
Belestro,
estimate the-
if my grandma had a horse, she'd be a
Bicycle.
equestrian
Carriage.
champion. We don't have a lot of weeks, okay? We're pressed for time.
We'll
Of course.
We'll estimate the journey to Just Stars Bay, and we may be able to fit some days in. But that'll be, I imagine, Elijah will do the investigating of the journey time, considering his literacy and skills.
But
Already on it.
Overseer, is our plan to go to Just Stars Bay and then come up with the plan? Do we sabotage the boat in Just Stars Bay? Are we trying to get to it before it reaches there?
Well, probably the best place to get a boat and to go out and do it is from Just Stars Bay or somewhere nearby, right? So we need to get to somewhere with a boat. We need to get a boat.
Well, I wonder if it would be better to attack this boat on the high seas rather than once it's at dock.
Oh, absolutely. But we could get a boat and then take it out to look for it.
But how are we going to find it?
Well, that's a
Did
good
you get
question.
a name for this boat or a specific date? Wasn't there? There was a little more information.
There was
that I
more
feel
information.
Like maybe
It's in
is
my
critical.
notes. Let me
I
see.
think we were waiting for you to send us a handout, Neil, on it.
Oh, was it on me?
It is not.
Did I not?
I'm saying it, yeah. I mean, if I say
I thought
if I say that, then
you put it in the wiki. It must be true.
yeah. I don't have notes for it, which is strange.
See, no, because it's Censor Krellis will requisition things in the summer is when he makes the requisition, and then the boat will come with supplies later.
So we've actually got longer than that then.
Right. He hasn't made his requisition yet, so you don't know when the return boat or what it will even be is.
So we'll need to be in Just Stars Bay to work out when the boat is coming, probably.
Or Mare Regina might be able to help you with this, right? She has some divination abilities.
It was
She might be
Marigina.
able to. She was the mayor in odds.
Marigina, was that it?
Mayor.
Oh,
Regina.
Regina.
It's
Yes,
the R of the
that
words
seems-
are blurring.
Well, then maybe
Yeah.
we can give Forenza some time here. Although
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
we
the bigger obstacle will be gold to pay for spells because spells are expensive, and I don't.
Isn't
have enough
Berenza
gold.
just best learning fucking his magic missile and being a magic missile bot?
No, I mean
Well-
you could learn Identify, for example, and we could work out
Identify would be very good.
the power of this ring. I mean, none of us are in a position to tell him what spells to learn.
No, I don't know what he can learn. Identify would be the best spell I think he could learn.
But don't forget,
Armor would be good as well.
This is your opportunity to help shape him. You could put no time and money into him and just magic missile, which is, obviously a really good spell. And he could just do that and it would be cheap and easy. Or you could spend game time and resources getting him proper spells to do all sorts
Well,
of
I'm
fun
gonna be
things
honest,
for
if we're
you.
gonna do this, we
And
should
then
do it
maybe
in
he just
odds.
dies to a fireball.
If like, I know we just came from odds, but if we are gonna do this, we have quests in odds to do. We could
Do
go
we?
down.
What
Yeah,
quests?
we can go down to the mine.
We just left though. I mean,
I know.
think we
That's
should-
what I'm saying.
I think we should speak to the dwarf here and see what he's got to
Let's
say.
see if we
because
can find some shit to do
There
here,
could
yeah.
be some stuff to do around here.
I do.
And
Wait, odds is the time we were before the
Place
village, right?
we
Yeah.
just
from which you
left, yeah.
came. Yeah.
I do.
We should try and get back
need
to
to get
odds
back there
for
at some
summer.
point because
What do you
I
gotta go
did
back
send
for?
my wife a letter, and I'm
true.
eagerly waiting for her response.
Well, I mean, the journey won't be that perilous across the mountain anymore. We cleared out all the bugbears. I'm not saying we go now, but we could spend some time in Day Run.
Well, we could also do day run to Terrador.
Terrador is
Agara.
dwarven territory, and they stretch back to the times of Ferris.
Yeah.
So that was
Yes, I think you. All right, sorry.
so there's two notes I have real quick. The dwarves of Terrador stretch back to the times of Ferris, and there's mountains to the north that are relevant as well. Those are
Yeah.
the two notes I have.
I mean, how long would it take us? Say we spend some time in day run and then we go down to Terrador. And then let's say we walked from Terrador back to odds. Is that going to take well too long, or?
Probably.
Well, then, because we
Results.
have to go from odds back to fucking Just Stars Bay.
Yep. And then don't forget, this is like the new Farron Empire. This bullshit, this like whole area here. They're like, oh, we're the guys. Soy.
Okay, so maybe we just spend time in day run. We hopefully find some stuff to do here, and then we travel back to odds to do the divination on Krellis's requisitions, and then we come up with a plan. Get the boat down to Lutz, and then from there, deal with it.
Do we not want to go to Justar's Bay and like have that whole espionage thing taking out while we're like under the nose of the hostile enemy? No?
I think it's going to be dangerous in Justar's
I think
Bay,
that's going to be incredibly dangerous.
That
Yeah.
sounds
that-
fucking sick, though.
Yeah, but I think we should definitely lean on Mayor Regina and Odds to try and work out what we can about the boat.
She
Why
did.
don't
She
you-
did tell us that he's the ley line researcher. There was like doors that he's investigating.
There's a
There's
yeah.
portals with unknown runes. He thinks the fortress is a linked network of towers.
Yeah, we
it's
know
more
all
of a
that,
concept-
right?
Yeah.
But if we want to sabotage his boat, we're going to need to know what boat and when it's traveling. And she
Also, it might be
able
useful
find
to
that out.
know what's on it. Because
Yeah,
maybe we
it
want
would
some of
be.
that shit too.
But I say that I think our goal should be to intercept the boat in the sea and kill the people and like steal the shit and sink the boat.
100% agree. The
Skill,
goal is
though.
to make sure the boat doesn't get to shore.
But if we lean on the diviner, we can do that without ever going to Justar's Bay.
Well, let's figure out what's going on in day run, and then we can figure out what to do next.
Okay.
One step
just
at a time.
To quickly summarize, so we're going to use odds to figure out when and where the boat is. Then we're going to get a boat to intercept that boat. And for now,
Yeah.
we're just going to chill in day run, doing a couple of quests, maybe level up Lorenzo's abilities a bit.
Yeah, I think so. And then eventually travel back to Odds to cast the spells.
Perfect, I'm in.
Yep,
All right.
cool. All
You
right.
settle in for the night. Everyone's
Repeat the
been tired.
plan
You
one more
walked
time, I'm
all
so
day
sorry.
long.
We're going to
Just wanna
stay in
make sure.
day run for a little bit while and hopefully get Saltpeter the Dwarf to give us some leads on old Ferrin stuff to do around here. Whilst we're here, Bazinga's going to learn some new spells. Then we're going to travel back to Odds through the mountains where the diviner, who's the mayor, will try and work out when the ship carrying Krellis's supplies is traveling to Justar's Bay and where it's going to be. And then our plan is to get a boat down to Lutz, hire our own boat, and basically do a bit of Tides of Death pirating.
Yep.
And intercept his ship, steal all his shit, and like burn the ship down.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question on the piracy thing. Is there like a city on this island that's known for piracy?
Oh, there's an entire society built around piracy. If you take a look over at Ruscala, over here, this is the pirate kingdom of Ruscala. They send
Right.
raiders up and down the river, sometimes even into the lake, to steal whatever they want. Sometimes they come along the shores, although their boats are better in rivers and lakes than they are in the open ocean. Sometimes they do come around to this south. Who wrote penis on the bottom of the map?
I wrote that so long ago. Don't look to the far left, far bottom left.
I won't then.
Oh, you fucker.
It's a bunch of merchant princes in Ruscala. Yes. However, you know that they are quite favorable to the Varasi Empire. They have very similar ethoses. They're very similarly aligned, you know. Take what you want, might makes right, prey on the other people, expand your powers, and they're one of the few like strong, like gung-ho allies of the Varasi Empire in Ferodia.
Fuck those guys. The Dunro doctrine.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We can hire a boat in Lutz to do our own piracy, I think.
I was more so like, if there's like experienced pirates, maybe we could like hire some of like the angle I was thinking of there.
The less people that know what we're doing with regards to this, the better, I would say.
Agreed. I go to sleep.
Well, party.
Okay.
You go to sleep.
Yep.
You'll wake up the next day. Day run. Good old day run. The weather's a little bit warmer today. It's the first day of June. The sun is out. The snow is beginning to melt a little bit, but the streets are still, there's still some snow everywhere. A chill, cool breeze blows down from the northern parts of the valley, and the town is fluttering and alive. Lots of folks everywhere. The innkeeper can direct you to where you can find Saltpeter the Sage.
In the morning, though, I say
also-
to the group, Berenza, I think we've looked at our timelines and we can afford to spend at least a week or two here. So maybe
Excellent.
you can do some spell learning, but our funds are limited. I mean, can we get a check? Boss, how much money do we have?
I believe Cedric is our bank. I
got 155 gold, 481 silver.
Okay.
Got 63 gold on me, plus a mithril necklace worth 400 GP in theory.
Perhaps,
I got 100
Berenza,
gold amulet.
you were swayed by our connection to the divine and the purpose of our journey. Perhaps you can speak to some of your fellow wizards and convince them of the imperative in helping you. Would be happy to provide healing or blessings, I say, motioning towards Cedric and Zephyr.
I know. I would appreciate if you could learn Identify.
What is identify?
Well, some
That's one
sort
of
of
the spells I've been looking to learn. I tried earlier, and I couldn't figure it out.
Good.
I have a copy of it back home. I didn't think to bring it with me.
Well, why didn't you and John take John as a bodyguard in case you get into any trouble in town? Why don't you go and look around and find some wizards and see if you can't get any of them to sympathize with our journey here and see if you can get a discount. Work out, I wouldn't plan on spending any more than 100 gold, so think about the best way to spend the money and then come back to us.
Okay. He hurries off.
Before John goes with him, I'll take John to the side and I'll say, listen, it's really, really unlikely, okay? But if something does happen to him and you can't save him, try to get the book. Okay, his spell book. It will be priceless if we need another wizard in the future. I know it's cold,
Of course.
but it's the sort of item that we can't get. So just think about that. I'm not saying something
I understand.
will, just if something does, try to get it before you escape.
I'm worried that
It's good to know what's valuable.
you just basically sort of hinted at him that you should kill him and steal his spellbook, I feel. I'm
No,
not
I'm
saying
just
anything is
You
going
have to be
happen,
a
so-
player character to think that.
No, I'm just saying to him, it's like it's really that spell book could be really important to like training up a different wizard. If it God forbid the worst thing happened to our friend Lord Balatro.
Yeah, with all of its valuable spells in it. Read magic, detect magic, and magic missile.
Listen,
and cantrip.
And
I don't
Mouse
see
Asterisk.
you having a 5,000 gold book with 4 spells
I
in it.
don't. No, the book's probably worth more without the spells, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we send them off, Neil. I hope that you guys agree that 100 GP is a good number.
Yep.
About. Yep. Sweet. And then we can get. All right. I need to see a man about a dwarf.
We do.
Yeah, you can go find the dwarf,
Oh, wait.
Mr. Saltpeter.
Or do I need to see a dwarf about a man? Yes.
Also,
we head to
Neil,
his lair.
this is a beautiful map. I love that you have a day and a night version. Okay, it's gorgeous. Great
Yeah,
work.
it's very
Thank you.
good.
I did not make this map. This is Rusty Maps.
Why didn't you
they
just
are for
take
sale
credit?
on Roll20.
God.
Because you got to credit artists where due.
Rusty maps.
Rusty Maps or Rusty's map. I can't remember.
Maps.
Top right says
Yeah,
rusty maps.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We tried to get him to do some maps for us during a different campaign, but the timeline was way too long. It was like 2 months.
Damn.
So we bailed.
Okay.
all
What
right.
does Saltpeter's lair look like?
Saltpeter first says, it's been 2 hours. Let's take a break. All right, we are back. You head to the sage. Saltpeter.
What does
He
his
has
lair look like?
Well, his office is where you will find him. He has a house just down the road. It is right over here on the map. I'm going to drag you to it. This little place.
Which one? The little
Right over here.
rectangle with the little bit sticking out the edge.
That's the one. That is Saltpeter's office. That's where you can find him.
Okay.
Been given instructions and directions. He's got like a small little gate around the whole property with a little garden on the inside. The building is sized for humans, but it has like a double door in it. One that's like halfling and dwarf sized, and one, the bigger door that's human sized. There's little slots and windows on both sides where someone could, give a knock and he'd open it and come take a look out. There's a sign out front that sort of hangs and flaps in the wind when it's winding. That has a scroll wrapped around it. And it just says Sage. across the front.
As we go up to the door, I'm about to knock, and I turn to Zephyr and I say, "You want to do the talking, or should I?"
That depends. Do you feel strongly about it?
We'll play it by ear. I knock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, you give a rap, and it takes a minute or so before you hear the heavy footsteps, and the small window around belly height slides open, and then slides shut, and then you hear some more boop, 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 and then the window at human height slides open, and there is a wizened old dwarf with a big, like, poofy, poorly managed beard, white all the way through, heavy, wrinkly eyes. Dwarves tend to have, like, a ruddier complexion, but this guy looks like he's been inside for far too long. His face is, like, sort of pale. His eyes are a little on the milky side, like he might be having vision problems. And he looks a little long in the tooth when he opens his mouth to speak. Huh?
Greetings.
Greetings,
Master Dwarf.
Master Saltpeter.
Are you the one who they call Saltpeter? Are you the great sage?
I don't know about great, but I'm the Sage of Dayrun.
We've traveled a long way.
Specialize in the history of this continent, Ferodia.
We've traveled a long way. We are on a special quest, and we have information we'd like to disseminate to the good people of Dayrun.
We would like to
You want to
trade
disseminate information.
Well, we've important things to tell you that you should know. And at the same time, when you've heard our story, we hope that you'll be able to help us as well.
What are your names?
My name is Riven. This is our overseer, Zephyr. This
I'll
is
nod.
Blessed Cleric of Martha, Cedric. And this is the right hand of the overseer, Elijah.
Pleased to meet you.
You'll have to leave your weapons outside.
That's fine.
Not a problem.
Is there someone to leave them with?
There's a bush to your left.
Ah, the weapons bush. Why didn't you say?
This sword is incredibly valuable. Could you perhaps hold it for me instead? I offer it to him.
Sure.
Okay. I put my sword in the weapons bush.
Yep. You can put all your weapons in the weapon bush, and he'll open the door and come on in. You are met with a messy room. There's a big round table in the middle. There's a bunch of scrolls scattered all across
Would you say it looks like any particular German city at any point in time?
I don't get this one. I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry about
It's
it.
like Dresden in 45.
Damn, it looks like Dresden and 45 in here.
There you go.
Is this a meme? I'm not.
Maybe you weren't listening before. Peach
if you wanna be-
He wasn't there for it. He wasn't there for it.
Oh, okay.
If you want to be edgy in Germany, when you walk into someone's room and it's really messy, you say, it looks like it's Dresden in 1945 in here. They bombed that city off the map.
Yeah, they. Oh, I guess that was they for you.
Damn right.
That was they. That was me.
For him.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. It was us.
It was they, them. Am I right, guys? Woke bomb. Dresden off the map.
It's a beautiful place you have here, Saltpeter.
Thank you. He goes in, he starts to move some papers around. A cat hops off of a table and scurries away. You can smell no one's been cleaning up after this cat. Like, there's the faint odor of cat piss kind of emanating.
Lovely.
There's a fireplace on one side. Some of the scrolls that he has sort of swept aside, he wraps up in his arms and just chucks them in the fire. Useless, Dribble. Useless.
We have information about an historic event that has taken place recently on the island of what's the island? Hunters Bay.
Aknara?
Well, we were originally not telling people it was Aknara, right?
Oh, right.
Yep.
Right. Sorry. I thought
On the
I
island
thought
of Hunters
that was
Bay.
out of character. I thought you had forgotten the name of the island.
Yeah. Hunters Bay in the Great Lake. 2 meteors were seen in the sky, and when they crashed to the earth, the gods themselves stood there. Is this something you're interested in learning about? We witnessed it firsthand. I could tell you.
Eyewitnesses. I see. He goes over to a shelf. There's like a cubby, stacks and stacks of little cubbies with scrolls rolled up. He pulls a few out until he finds a blank one, comes over to the table, unfurls it, finds his red ink, gets a quill, sharpens it with a knife for a little bit, scoots a cat off of a chair, and goes to sit at it. All right, I will record your accounts.
We were all living on Hunter's Bay when we saw the meteors in the sky. In fact, the four of us as a group were sat upon the mountain in the middle of the town, in the middle of the island, and were watching the meteors sail through the sky when we realized they were getting closer and closer. And that was it evening, or it was the next morning, Neil, it happened, wasn't it?
It took 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we were watching them the night before, and then it happened in the morning. The next morning, when we were back in the town, the meteors themselves were very, very low in the sky and headed straight for Hunter's Bay, where they landed with a crash, destroying many of the buildings in the town. And in the crater, when the dust had settled, stood two figures around 6.5 feet each, a woman with long golden hair and a man with dark hair and dark features, wearing a large sash around his waist. Everyone there immediately understood us to be looking at the god Malchus and his sister Martha. The tale doesn't end there. The god and the goddess took great interest in the four of us personally and gave us their blessing. And you now are looking at the most holy clerics of Martha, I say motioning to Cedric, and Malchus, I say motioning to Zephyr. We can prove our magics.
He will ask you details about what these gods looked like. He'll ask you details about what your abilities are, not asking you to prove them, just what is your, what do you...
I leave it to the clerics to detail their abilities in as much detail as they'd like.
I give intimate details about what Martha looked like, and I will show him my vial of Martha's hair.
Ooh, he definitely is interested in that. Then he'll write down, he'll ask you to count out the strands, and he'll make notes on all of these things.
I'll give him details of my spells. I'll also let him know about my encounters with Malchus. I'll give a detailed account of standing near, in the crater of the town, where the town hall, and where there was his body strewn everywhere, but the four of us were left unharmed. I talk about Malchus winking. I talk about how it feels when I cast spells. Just give him details. I don't know why we're giving him all this information, but it seems like that's what we're doing, and I trust my party.
That's what we're doing, yeah. When we're finished,
okay,
I say, hopefully you found this information useful, Saltpeter. But now it's our time to ask something of you.
I have questions.
Of course.
What did Mayor Draenor say about all this?
He was shocked.
We've not talked to the mayor.
What?
That's it?
Oh,
shocked and pleased?
You mean
you didn't talk to him?
You mean the mayor of Hunter's Bay, right? Yes.
The Mayor Draenor?
Yes, of course, yes. He was shocked. He was pleased. We instantly... Well, this brings us to the next stage of our tale. You see, the four of us...
Where on the island did the crater... Where was the crater? Where did they land?
On the town hall.
The town hall?
Yes.
Yeah, near the... near where the boats are?
Well, everything in Hunter's Bay is where the boats are.
I nod.
He's well read, this dwarf.
And Mayor Draenor lived through this.
Indeed, yes, he did.
Even though the town hall was struck.
Yes. We'd all gathered outside of the buildings to watch the meteors.
Okay.
Cedric thinks that
Did they say
Riven
why
is
they
just
arrived
saying
in Hunter's Bay?
really dumb lies. And
Well,
is,
I'm carrying on your lie, actually, from when you were talking to the wizards in Otz.
my lie is everybody died.
In Hunter's Bay.
Yes.
Oh.
Did everybody die in Hunter's Bay?
Yes.
They all died separately, didn't they, over different
It
things?
was something else.
The
But
slimes
yeah,
killed them.
everybody was dead except for one lady.
Maybe we should just tell him that it was actually in Aknara.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing right now.
Lies.
You were
I'm
not
trying to
going
Lies
wait.
always catch up.
Listen,
They
listen,
seem
listen,
simple
listen,
at
listen,
first,
calm
but
down.
then years later, can
The
you
point
remember
is,
the lies
we
you've been
can't
telling?
afford to pay this guy to tell us all of his information. He's going to charge us through the nose for everything we want to know. So we need to give him something first.
Sure, we're giving him something, but you're digging yourself a hole here. But go ahead. Cedric, keep quiet.
This is how an RBMK reactor explodes.
Can I get a perception check? Is this guy, is Saltpeter at all suspicious of the story? Like, fuck, I not won my charisma check.
You know, he's just writing down everything you're saying. He doesn't seem to be questioning your truth. You've come as a first-hand account. Right now, he's just taking down what you've got. You know, classic police tactics. Get everything that they say first. Okay.
I'll also tell him about what we did in Tashir, about liberating the hobgoblin, liberating the people, killing then the festival where we performed the miracle of Malchus and Martha, because there will be eyewitness accounts of me turning water to wine. There will be eyewitness accounts of Cedric breaking the bread, so on and so forth. So I'll tell him of that story too.
But the thing is, Master Dwarf, that's not why we've come here. We have been told by the gods, we've been given a holy quest. And our quest is to search out, I lower my voice, the floating fortress. And we've been traveling the lands of Ferodia, looking for relics and ruins related to the old Farron Empire. And we have on reliable account that you are the dwarf to go to for this information. We have some weeks to spend in this town, and we'd like you to direct us to anything nearby.
I'll butt in here, and I'll say, more specifically, we're trying to keep it from falling into the hands of the Varasi Empire and Lord Krullis.
Indeed.
We don't seek it for our own advantage or power, but to keep it from the hands of those who would use it to coat the world in permanent darkness. I believe that this is an apocalyptic level risk.
Unfortunately, our lives as saviors of the damned and upbringers of the downtrodden doesn't leave us with much material means. And so I was hoping that our tale would go some way to line your pockets, if you will, in terms of allowing you to help us.
Well, scrolls don't just buy themselves. Libraries don't just purchase themselves. A good economy is built on an equal exchange of goods.
Exactly.
Handouts have never helped anyone.
Exactly, and that's why
yeah.
I've given you information in the hopes that you can return the favor.
Well, the information you've given me is certainly a tale, and the information that I would give you is the God's honest truth. They're not quite the same. This hasn't been verified. There's only one source at this point in time. I can't necessarily accept this for what it is, other than a story from strangers.
We can give you proof of our blessings. I could show you the magics of my friends here that are unparalleled across the entire world.
I've seen the cantrip spell 1,000 times.
No,
It's very convincing.
I say, have you ever seen a wizard cast a spell without a book, without any magical materials, without anything? And I'll turn...
Or a cleric.
Certainly some spells are only verbal or somatic or material.
My friend here needs no
with-
book or materials.
Are you familiar with the flying disc, the floating disc? and its material components? No?
I'm not familiar with what the components are.
Perhaps for
I
a
specialize in the histories of
perhaps
Ferodia, not in the spells and their abilities.
maybe you would like to join us this day when we head into the center of town, and my cleric friend here, Cedric, will heal the wounded. Man after woman after child, tens upon hundreds could be healed by his soothing touch, without any limit to the flow of his magic. Will that convince you?
That is certainly a tall tale.
I could do it.
Are you a seeker of truth?
Really?
Or a professional doubter?
Those are two sides of the same coin. When you seek the truth, you must doubt everything, for people will often try to tell you what is true, what is not.
And give us the chance to prove it. Travel with us to the center of town. Let my friend here show his magic.
And presuming, of course, your friend is indeed a powerful magician or a cleric of some kind, and I take his word for it. You think this entitles you to all of my knowledge?
Not all of it, but
Free of
just...
charge?
Are you a spellcaster?
No, I'm just a historian.
We just want to seek out relics and ruins related to the Farron Empire for the holy purpose of keeping the fortress out of the hands of the Rossi Empire.
He puts his pen down. This, I can trade you. He points to the House of Random. You see these scrolls, these tomes, those 7 cats? Well, there's 3 of them. There's more around. This house and everything in it was built by people seeking relics of the ancient Farron Empire. For hundreds of years, I've been here, dispensing my information to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, with a hard-on for the ancient world, seeking to acquire great and terrible treasures. They've been all searching for thousands of years. You think you're gonna find something that they haven't? Here in the most searched place in the world?
We've already found plenty of things, I say, showing them the ring on my finger. This is a bronze ring. It would have been held by one of the masters of the schools of magic.
This is
one of the great towers.
a ring of the holders of... Is it bronze or copper?
Maybe it was copper.
A holder of copper. It would have been used and held by the master of a school of magic in an old Farron Empire mage school.
Very
towers.
interesting. He picks up his quill again and starts to write a little more. Rolls a scroll, writes a little more. Interesting. Well, let's go see this young man's endless font of healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's,
Aren't you a little concerned that you'll be mobbed? Surrounded by people?
It's no concern for me.
You can keep going all day, I promise you.
Well, I'm here to do Martha's bidding.
I've heard men say that. I've heard many, many men make that promise with 6 beers in their belly.
Come, Master Dwarf. I will help you walk. My friend Elijah here will draw the crowds. I say, Elijah, why don't you tell the good people of Dayron of Cedric's abilities and draw them to be blessed and healed.
Yeah, no, I can definitely do that, yeah.
So we walk out onto the street. I help the dwarf.
This'll be fun.
I crouch down, so he's got his arm over my shoulder as I help him walk. Or is he struggling on his feet?
No, he's
Oh,
very
he's okay.
ambulatory. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Before you go, he insists on feeding his cats.
Absolutely.
He goes over to a cellar and pulls out a dead chicken. It takes like 20 minutes to chop it up before he hands out the raw chicken to his cats.
I also want to...
He seems to have...
I want to point out that when I came into this house and I smelled all the cat, I rolled a 7 on my con check to get a 19, and I retched audibly.
Yeah. That is the appropriate reaction. Mm-hmm. Eventually, you guys can go out. 20 minutes have allowed Elijah to gather a crowd of folks with some need of healing.
Yeah.
I feel like Elijah needs a charisma check to do this.
Oh, all right. Bring it.
Because I don't think he's a guy who can like stand in a,
That's true. You don't do well on the spotlight.
Yeah, and just be like, hey, everyone, gather around. Look at me right now. That's not.
That's true.
Maybe Zeph would have been better equipped.
A damp rag.
We'll try it. It
just
seems
did it.
pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? You've grown a lot
Yeah.
in the past 20-some sessions. You managed to you see someone who's clearly wounded. Like they've got a bandage wrapped around their arm and it's like hanging in a sling. And I think you start with one person and then you get another and you get another. And with the 22, you'll gather a crowd of 5 folks who are clearly injured. And then there's like 4 or 5 other people who hear and they come to join because they were looking for healing, but they've got like a cough or, you know, their eyes are all red. Like they've got a sickness, not an injury. And they're just like, healing's the same. All healing is the same. I'm going to go get healed. Like
Still bless
dumb
them, though.
peasants they are.
We will
I
try
heal
to help
everybody.
them, I guess.
And I'll also
Yeah.
bless them.
You can throw down the heals. You can throw down the blessings. The dwarf will watch. He's got this like, you know, unkempt beard that hides most of his facial features, and his eyebrows are so bushy that it's hard to really judge the emotion on his face while he watches these things. He said he's been around for centuries, so this might be, you know, I don't know what you would call it, but he's too patient, perhaps, while he watches this. He seems unimpressed. But when you're done, he'll head back to his little hut.
Real quick,
And
I want to use stressor to make his beard itchier. Force of reaction out of him.
Absolutely. Yeah. So he's watching all of this stuff.
I'm kind of
And
like,
you're kind of like standing nearby, sort of like scratching at your own beard or something.
yeah, I'm just like scratching at my
one.
face, and I'm kind of like whispering to myself, kind of like eyeing him. So if he like looks at me, maybe he's like, oh, he's like, what's going on there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he soon begins to like stroke his beard and then like sort of scratch at his beard. And then, you know, soon his like foot begins to tap a little.
Just want to make him a little more impatient and a little bit more stressed. I imagine a beard like that is itchy if he's not taking care of it.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's well taken care of. You know, as he scratches it, little crumbs of things fall out. A piece of popcorn drops out of his thick
Rice, dude.
I get an idea.
He doesn't seem to mind standing in the middle of the street, just like scratching at himself. But it does become quite itchy, and eventually he'll like interrupt the blessings and the healings. Be like, I have to go get the lotion. I got the powder. Come back to the place. I've seen enough.
Okay, we go back. When we get to the house, Neil,
He pulls out a jar of powder and just starts like applying it to his face. It just like starts to sink into his beard, and that like pale look that he's got is just reinforced as he puts all of this, it looks like talc maybe everywhere. And he like puts some of it down his shirt and starts rubbing his chest in front of all of you, and the old gray hairy dwarf hairs just like fall out with the powder as he does it all. And then he plops back down into his chair. Oh, it's better.
do you mind if I help clean up around here a little bit?
No, don't touch anything. It's all in the right spot.
What about cleaning up after the cats?
The cats are fine.
Are you sure?
Don't touch anything.
Okay.
Everything is exactly where it needs to be.
I could. Okay, I was going to cast unseen servants and get some cleaning done for him, but I guess he doesn't.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want that. Yeah.
Well,
So,
Okay.
what do you say?
This is an interesting tale. Hunter's Bay. Eliza, Cedric, Zephyr, and Riven. Half-elves and humans. Seen the gods, blessed by the gods. Why you?
The honest truth?
Right, wrong place, right time, right place, wrong time.
And we think Malchus was just playing a little trick on his sister.
All right.
But
Now you've told me your tale.
Reading between the lines, I got the impression, I don't know if my friends can corroborate this, that Malchus and Martha and perhaps the other gods as well are a little bit worried about what Verassi's minions are doing on this earth. They suggested even that Verossi herself was unhappy with how things are turning out.
Verossi's unhappy with the Verossi Empire. It's not an unpopular opinion. It's a cold take if I've heard one, but I'll take it.
Straight from Malchus's mouth.
I'd be careful criticizing Malchus's views.
Why?
He might not take kindly to it.
Malchus has never been kind to my people.
True. That's true. So,
Well, why don't you ask your questions? I'll tell you what I can give you free, and then I'll tell you what the charge is to get answers and how long it'll take to get answers for the rest of your questions. So, you're here for loot. You want to protect Ferodia by gathering all of the things to enhance yourself, but it's for the protection of everyone else around you, of course.
I point to... I nod to Zephyr to take over.
Well, so the things that we're looking for, references to schools of magic, the towers. We have plenty of information. I can share with you my notes. I take out my notepad where I have a lot of this information written down, so that we don't end up repeating information that unnecessarily.
Right. Right.
I could even make copies for you if you'd like some of these sketches and the rubbings that we found in some of these tombs that we visited personally.
Those would be very useful if you have copies. I will take that in trade.
Yeah, we could make copies of them for you. So just kind of zooming out of character here real quick. I'm trying to situate myself brain-wise on the information that we need. We need to know where... Like, just Farron Empire, anything, right?
Yeah. Near Dayrun. That we can go visit while we're here.
Near Dayrun, right, Bruno. Right, back in and say, well, since we're here in Dayrun, I think the most important thing is it would be useful to know if there are any old Farron Empire locations that are in the near area. Not necessarily tombs, because they were publicly known and will have been picked clean, but something that may have been overlooked or something that...
Right. So let me tell you about the history of Ferodia. It's my specialty after all. You see, this land is fluid. You short-lived people might not realize it, but the mountains near Dayrun grow a dwarven foot every year. And every so often they come tumbling down. Before the skies erupted and the seas invaded the lands, Ferodia was shaped quite differently. He brings you over to a map on a wall that's behind a piece of glass, which must have been crazy expensive, and he points a grubby finger at the map. In the upper left-hand corner where there's this big flat area near the city of Hassan. Way up here. This area up here, where the skies erupted and seas invaded the lands, it didn't look like this at all. This river, this lake, this canyon system wasn't here. There were tall pillars of sandstone everywhere, and they were slowly eroded by the winds. And when the seas came, washed over the land, they flattened it, and this river started to appear. A leak from the lake, they say, slowly eroding away this canyon, creating this great lake here near Hassan. And Fiscat Lake, where your beloved Hunter's Bay is, it's not always been this shape. Its coastline is in constant change. That peninsula, and he taps the peninsula over here, this is slowly growing out of the water. When I was a young lad, that last tip of it didn't exist yet. That's come up in the last 200 years. Before the skies erupted and the seas invaded the lands, the shape of the lake was different too. The lake has been shrinking in size. Before then, well, he points to the 4 rivers leaving it. These river mouths were much, much larger. They were all practical bays in and of themselves, and they've been filling in with sediment over the centuries. The mountains here, he points to the southern side near Dayrun. This area, as I said before, they're constantly rising and constantly being eroded away. This desert Beyond, didn't used to be a desert. Used to get plenty of rainfall once, maybe 700 years ago. Verdant forest. Constantly in change this land is, which is why Ferodia is the worst place in the entire world to find relics of the old Farron Empire. The land here churns consistently, constantly rising and falling and dropping rocks and sediment on one another. The art of sedimentation, he says, sitting back in his chair, is a big one. Things are always crumbling down and compacting and creating layers of rocks on one on top of another. You know anything about sedimentary rock? Well, let me tell you about the sandstone of Ferodia. And he takes you like a nice 20 or 30 minute lecture, the gist of which is that this place is just sort of constantly crumbling and rising, and it's really hard to find any of these old artifacts because everything is just in a state of change. On top of that, people keep coming.
I rolled a nat one on my constitution check.
Here.
Elijah falls asleep during the lecture.
The dwarf doesn't seem to mind. He seems quite comfortable with people falling asleep. You know, everyone needs a good nap as well. The juicy bits that he has to tell you, though, he points over at Justar's Bay. This place here, Justar's Bay, it's the only city in all of Ferodia that's existed for 3,000 years since the Age of Might. The dawn of the Age of Might. This is it. Every other place, brand fucking new. Terrador, it's been around for 500 or 600 years.
I thought the dwarves of Terrador drew their lines
only.
back to the times of Ferris.
We do. We absolutely do. But Terrador didn't always exist. It started as a small village and grew and grew and grew to the great, corrupt, useless, flaccid city that it is today. Our people go back ancient times.
You would have lived in the mountains nearby in great halls.
But they weren't mountains at first. This land was originally flat. When my ancestors first settled here, back when Lord Ferris was a real man, this was flat land. Wide open expanses. A couple of hills and mountains. Mountains for lookouts, of course. But otherwise mostly flat. Good arable land. All this, he points to the mountains on the map, relatively new. Geologically new. Everything's been in a shift. Everything's in constant flux. That's the sort of thing you only get when you live hundreds of years and you can pass on your knowledge over the centuries. The elves of the forests know this. Why don't you go talk to them?
They're under siege currently.
Right.
Lord Saltpeter, the thing is, I appreciate that many of the places around here might have already been ransacked by treasure hunters. That's not what we are. We aren't necessarily looking for treasure. We're looking for information. Cast your mind back to the rubbings we showed you. We're looking to find everything we can, for we think that if we piece together enough small pieces of knowledge, the whole might reveal itself. So even if something has been looked over by treasure hunters, it might still be worth our time to visit there. So perhaps you could, even if it seems insignificant, tell us about sites in the city or outside of the city that we could travel to.
Well, he lets his hands rub over his generous belly. A seeker of wisdom and knowledge. You're not just regular old treasure hunters, huh?
That's right.
You actually care about the knowledge. How rare.
That's right. We, the knowledge, the Farron Empire is part of our heritage. It's not just to know where we came from for the sake of knowing it, but to know where we came from so that we can understand the creations to fight against evil. It's both a journey of self-discovery, of unearthing the past, and of fighting great evil.
Well, why didn't you say so?
And we tried.
There's a person you should see.
Okay.
She's like you, a half-elf.
Good.
Her name is Cassia. She is a wise woman on the island of Aknara. She is part of an old order stretching back thousands of years. She has a great deal of knowledge about these old things, sworn to protect it from outsiders. There's a group there. They call themselves the Wardens of Aknara, or something like that. Their mayor and this Cassia, they both have a great deal of knowledge on this topic. If you're truly interested in protecting this land from the Varasi Empire and seeking truth but not loot, you should seek her out.
I'll say to Saltpeter, I'll say, it's interesting that you mentioned that. Can I trust you, Lord Saltpeter?
Depends on what you're trusting me with. Not with cheese.
Can I get you to promise not to write this part down that I'm about to tell you?
No. I am a recorder of the histories. I will always record the histories. It's what I do.
Then can I get you to promise not to sell it for a while?
How long's a while?
Until we're dead.
I might not live that long. I am getting long in the tooth. He grins.
This information could be very dangerous to us if it gets into the wrong hands. Which is why I ask it not to be recorded or sold while we still fight against the Varasi Empire.
I see you're in quite the pickle. Want to share, but you want to keep safe. You seek out a historian for his knowledge, but you ask me to hold your secrets. Quite the pickle.
I will have to trust that you are a man of the gods. I'll turn to my party as I prepare to reveal more, and I'll kind of get the vibe check in the room if they're cool with it.
Elijah's asleep.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Okay.
I give you a nod.
And I show him the ring on my hand, which is the Overseer's ring of Aknara. I said, "Are you familiar with this symbol?"
I am. Who'd you kill?
Well, it was the sword that I killed someone to get. But this ring was given to me by my grandfather, who died shortly before the meteor landed in Aknara.
You said Hunter's Bay.
We did.
You lied.
We did, but we needed to make sure that you could be trusted.
What else in your account is a lie?
Very little, actually. Mostly just the location. I turn to Riven and I say, right?
That's right. The meteor did hit the town hall, but it was the town hall in Aknara. A few
It
people were killed.
Killed very many of our people. It killed Riven's own mother.
That's correct.
I believe one or two of Cedric's lovers died, and many other.
Is she an elf or a human, your mother?
She was an elf. She ran the tea shop.
Unusual. Very unusual.
Cassia is dead.
And yours, he says to Zephyr. Your mother an elf too? Are you sisters?
My
siblings?
My mother was a human. I don't know who my father was.
Much more sensible. Continue.
Unfortunately, Elder Cassia is dead, and I am the overseer of Aknara, and I am the one who holds all of that knowledge that you just sent us to go get.
Yet it is not enough.
See.
My people have spent thousands of years guarding the knowledge of Ferris, guarding the history of Ferris, the identity of the floating fortress. And as part of that oath, we cannot commit some of that information to paper. It is passed down orally. And so that's why I ask you not to record this part of the testimony about who we are and where we're from.
The thing is, we have unreliable information that Lord Krellis in Justar's Bay is seeking to create a key to the floating fortress. Barassi soldiers, even now, walk the island of Ignora. Time is against us, and we need to find answers as soon as possible.
Krellis is summoning monsters up and down the continent to test the limits of his powers, to attack people. He can possess people, anyone. He so chooses, it seems.
That's how
This is a man
the
with...
Elder.
He possessed Cassia and killed her. This is a man with an unreasonable level of power, a level of power no man should wield. Someone who's lived as long as you should know that when people with evil in their hearts are unaccountable with an unaccountable amount of power, they do things that leave scars in the books of history.
I have seen that time and again. So you're looking for any clues that could help you piece together the old legends?
Well, we're gonna be
Old
here a few
stories.
weeks, even if there's some place that you've heard of nearby that we could go adventuring in. That could be of use.
Any knowledge.
Fortunately, you've come to perhaps the worst place. This section, Terrador, we refer to this entire quadrant as Terrador. Even the offshoots, the lost cities in the southwest. This is the most geologically unstable section of all Ferodia. There are very, very few things here. A few near the lake that have been old. A couple of spots near the coastline that have fallen under the water. I hear tell that there have been some ruins discovered. He gets up from his chair, he waddles back over towards the map. He points off of the coast. Down over here. Apparently, under the sea, collapsed into the ground, was the ruins of an old tower of some kind. A lookout tower, a school.
Where? Can
Just someone's mansion.
you point that out again?
Yes. Someone has marked it with the word ruins.
Really?
Do you not see this that I'm pinging?
Nope.
Yeah.
I've
so-
drawn a
all the
little
way down
box
there.
around it.
Oh, right. Oh, that's ages away. Okay.
No, we can get there.
Do you think...
That's the closest ruin that I'm aware of. Aside from the ones in Kapan, but that's quite the other direction. Even close as the crow flies, but harder to get to.
We already went to
Is
Kapan,
there a-
right?
I know this might seem like a naive question, but if the mountains are rising, could that mean that there is an old Farron location at the top of one of these mountains?
Well, they rise and they crumble, and they rise and they crumble. Whatever used to live atop the mountains has long fallen down. Didn't you hear my story about sedimentation and how the mountains grow and then they fall down due to weathering effects?
I
and the
did,
earth
I
gets
was
swept
just
into the
hopeful
rivers?
So
and
then,
ignorant.
besides Justar's Bay, what is the most, ecological place for us to go?
Justar's Bay is the oldest settlement on the whole island.
Mm-hmm.
It's so old, they say it was part of the Farron Empire itself. They say Ferris dwelt in Justar's Bay and it was his capital ages ago. I don't know about all that. Everyone says at some point or another that Ferris lived there. If he truly lived as long as they said it, it could all be true.
You know this tower
The
of these ruins?
desert, he just talks right over you. The red desert to the southwest, also quite unstable. The winds sweep over everything. All the greens have died. The heat has baked things through and through. There might be ruins out there. There could be. But it's such an inhospitable place that few dare to travel. There's no water to be found in the entire desert. You must carry it with you, and the sands run thick. Wagon wheels will not roll. Pack animals, maybe, but there are other dangers.
could create the
Searching
water
those
magically.
deserts is near.
Yeah,
I
like-
can
so
create
that's a good
water as
point.
well. Yeah.
Muscala might be a good, like that desert could be a good spot for us. It might be untouched.
That's an untouched area that we both can create water, and I have a spell of Chant of Temperance, which will make it not like omega killing hot for us. But we would kind of be walking it aimlessly right now.
Yeah.
Well, if you do, I would aim for the center of the desert. Plenty of people have tried and picked at the edges. It's been a hot wasteland since the skies erupted and the seas invaded the lands. So maybe before that, there was still civilization out there. Unfortunately, the maps from the last age didn't survive. They're all gone. My oldest records are from 1,200 years ago. Everything else is rumor and legend, and they make tale of forests, and the directions are based on landmarks clearly gone by now.
Saltpeter, these ruins you mentioned to the southeast on the cliffs. Is there any chance that these could be the 5th tower, the underwater tower?
He shrugs.
That was run by the evoker, Krobok?
I'm not a Farron expert. I'm an expert in the movement of people and the geology of Ferodia. The Farron Empire stuff has never really interested me, but it's all people come to me for.
What?
If I had specialized in that,
So
I'd
since
be
you're
a rich man.
geologist, then, what do you think?
Yes.
Can you tell by what's happening here? I point to the desert. That what this once was then? Because you were telling us that this area was once lush and maybe rainforest-like. So then what was this whole quadrant?
Long ago, the records say, in the time long, long before, the whole of Ferodia was shaped differently. As I mentioned, the inlets. Let me see if I can do this on a layer so I can also undo it later. This might be hard. He's going to draw a shape for you.
I'll also pull out the scroll of the grave image that we have, which we think is like Ferodia. It's called Grave Image in our handouts, and I'll show him that.
Did we think this was Ferodia?
We thought this was like the world, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, the world, I think it was, right? Like the Dardanelles and...
Yeah.
The records that I have seem to indicate that in the olden days, Ferodia was not quite as round as it is now. It was geometrically unstable, with thicker sections in the north and the south and thinner sections in the east and west, with a noticeable ingress where the northern river flows out. The lake inside was also significantly larger. It was shaped something like this. He begins to trace an outline of what the lake looked like. I'm getting to you right now. The 3 rivers, north, south, and west, had deep gorges in them, while the easternmost river actually started deeper into the lake. This is rough. I'm going off of bits and pieces and stories here. I would never deign to presume this to be the exact shape, but something like this is how it used to look. Anything that is the negative space between these lines is new.
I show him now
Roughly.
the grave image and ask him, do you know what this is? Have you ever seen this before?
Let me go take a look at the grave image and put it up for everyone to see. Which one is it called?
Grave image.
Ah, this one.
The one that looks like a metapod with a penis coming out of its back.
They always look like something, don't they?
It's a regional form of metapod, actually. They introduced that recently.
He looks at this. I recognize this symbol in the upper left. The symbol of Ferris.
Good to know.
What of the other 2?
He thinks to himself.
I mean, if we're sharing shit, we might as well show him all the symbols.
Yeah.
So, also,
I think you have already shared
Yeah.
these
Okay,
things
good.
with him. The rubbings have all been shared.
hot take, this lake looks like if this is the shape, then the shape of the lake would have been like the shape of the Farron Empire, right? If you extrapolate this lake,
that lake, yeah.
right? Am I
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I can see it.
I also think, go to the bottom right where he's put those ruins. We know that the 5th tower was an underwater tower built at a cliffside. There's these islands down here. If this border that he's written is right, I wonder if the tower we could get to it from one of these islands. I mean, this one specifically could have been a high cliff
Yeah.
at the edge of the old landmass.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot.
It's been useful.
I'm actually thinking this might have repercussions for the ley line shit too, because if you think about the Farron Empire, like the thing, this 3 circles with the hearts. What if that's the fucking ley line shapes? What if those are the major ley lines? That makes sense for what he would do, right?
The 3 circles with the hearts.
If you click on grave image, it's the one on the top left. Like,
Yeah,
what if
yeah,
that shape is the major ley lines in Ferodia? Or
Well, no, because one of them passes through Aknara. And there's a confluence of them in the mines near Odds, right?
Yeah.
And they've got to be more...
Cedric had pointed to the other symbols and asked if he knows what they are. He sits back and he gives a slow nod. I recognize them. They've come up before.
What would you like to share with the class?
Please tell.
I think I have given you a fair amount of knowledge for what you have given me. I think now we must speak of coinage.
All right, what do you want, fucking dwarf?
I'd like some respect, is what I'd like. You've come to me to ask for answers. The least you could do is show some gratitude.
Well, I am
We
appreciative.
thank
It
you.
just,
It's a
when
lifetime.
it comes to money, we're not exactly some rich merchants.
Oh, if only life was fair for all of us.
Well, show him your necklace, Zephyr. He might be interested in that.
I show him the mithril stone necklace. Sorry, I'm in Photoshop trying to overlap this fucking symbol with...
It's not just mithril, right, Neil? It's something else. Mithril plus, like, I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say it was like star or some shit.
There
It's like
was a
meteorite.
necklace that held a meteorite in
his
it.
has a meteorite and it's mithril.
Yeah.
He looks at that. His eyes glitter. His mouth waters
I
practically.
knew the dwarf would like rock.
Yes. Yes, that'll do. Hand it over.
Whoa. How much information are we going to get here? Also, have we checked this thing for magic? I don't remember if we did.
Yes. We've all cast
Okay.
detect magic on it, and it's not
Yes.
at least moderate or anything like that.
Okay. And before I hand this over, how much information will this get us? Will we get all of our questions
Anything you
answered?
want.
Perfect.
Anything you want, fair lady.
Perfect.
Dwarf love rock, yeah.
Those 2 symbols. The bottom one. Let me put it back up for the viewers.
I posted my conspiracy theory map to the chat.
That bottom one. That's the symbol of Dinesh, an ancient human conjurer in the olden days. The one above that is Ibrim, another human, an invoker. Both of them disciples, I believe, of Ferris. Again, this is not my specialty. There's a man near Valis in southern Arcadia, southern Solemn, near the Great Bay. He is the one you should seek. Many of my visitors have sought him out after or before me. He seems to know a great deal. He spent a lifetime researching Ferris. He should know most of the answers to these things.
We've heard of this man, yeah. It's a long journey.
Well, if what you say is true, you may have to undertake great journeys.
Of course. We have pressing matters in Ferodia in the near future, though.
What did he say the middle one was?
Ibrim.
Ibram, the human invoker.
Got it. So bottom Dinesh, top Ferris, middle Ibram. Got it.
And these colors, right? They match.
Yes.
Yes. We believe they...
So what does it mean?
I think it was different schools of... different domains guarded over by different towers, I believe, is what we have learned before.
Interesting theory. It could be that. Or it could be inheritors of his empire. It broke apart once he vanished. Splintered practically overnight.
Well, the yellow one inherited a lot of water, it seems.
Well, yellow is aligned with Ferris's yellow. Once the great domain of his, no longer. If these other colors are the coastline of Solemn, and this is the seas, or perhaps it's the towers, the schools. I don't know much about them. They said there were, 7 towers?
8?
9.
9?
6 or 7, I think, yeah.
9.
True.
Does that count the fortress?
Fortress
No.
was the 10th.
Yeah.
9 towers built in order.
You know the order, even.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We know many things.
Well, you seem to know
if you'd like to pay
quite
us.
a lot.
Perhaps you should pay us. What if this symbol? I go to the Lost Tower etchings and like the thing in the top right, the B with the line on top of it.
Lost Tower etching.
We did get a hint about that, I remember.
He looks at that.
Yeah.
He taps it a couple of times. I don't know that one.
Ah. Great. Well, is there anything else that we don't know that you think might help us? That you know?
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest, I'd rather pay you gold than pay you in that necklace if you're only telling us one thing.
Yeah.
Well, you've asked for a great deal of information, and I doubt this is the last time we will see each other. You may find you have more specific questions and be coming back. And if I have told you the locations of any of the things that are of great value, those ruins, that desert, unexplored, unrealized, but they may yet prove to be the great successes you seek.
We are also here for many days, so we may return and have friendly chats.
True.
Perhaps perusing some of your old scrolls will unearth new details. It's hard to remember every single thing that has been written down.
Of course. I will peruse them. If you have specific questions,
Peruse about
I'm
the desert.
more than happy. The desert.
Because I think we're like genuinely the only people on Arcadia that can go to that desert and get to the middle.
And if the ruins is the underwater tower, our breathing underwater spells are limited at the moment, so maybe the desert is a better option.
And the higher level I get, the better the breathing spells get.
Yeah. So the desert first, and then the underwater tower.
I told you once upon a time. I told you that Justar's Bay is the oldest city in all of Ferodia. What I haven't told you is that each quadrant of Ferodia used to have its own great city. These were washed away and destroyed when the skies erupted and the seas invaded the lands. These ruins off the coast that we spoke of earlier, perhaps they're the ruins of the ancient city. If so, they're probably accessible. Treasure hunters may have pilfered their remains, but there may be stories etched in stone for you. However, tides do wear away stone over the centuries, and there might not be much there. The desert, however, well, that might hold more secrets. Each of the great cities of Ferodia used to be on the coastline. So, the very heart of the desert may not have the greatest city, but it may have something. It may be in the mountains, or it may be out in the middle of the wastes covered with sand. Maybe it still stands and sticks up. Perhaps there's an ancient city along the coastline. Jagged as it is, though, you could search it for a lifetime and maybe not find it. The tides there are difficult. The seas on the edge of the coast teem with life, even creatures unfriendly to man. The northern section, I don't know where the great city was. It's definitely not Hassan, but it existed out there, somewhere, worn away as the pillars were worn away.
It would have been mostly built out of the same sandstone.
It could have been. I don't know. The records only indicate that there were great cities on each quadrant. And every record, as far back as records go, indicate 4 rivers, one north, one south, one east, one west. Their shapes have changed. He points to the one on the west side. This did not used to meander nearly so much, but now it does.
Now, what happens if I make the ley line conspiracy map that I've created line up exactly with Just Stars Bay? Would that tell us where those other cities were?
Let me put this into Roll20 so we can view it together.
Here, I've just made a new conspiracy map.
Uh-oh. Camera.
You
Made a new one?
This one. What if it's like... It's loading. What if the old city is like in that orange circle? Up there.
Yeah, that seems legit. I mean...
You know what I'm saying? If I was a crazy wizard, I'd build my awesome cities on the convergence of all my ley lines. We need to map the ley lines. I need this. Okay, I think we should all pick a question that we want him to research. I'm going to say I want you to research all geological ley line shit. I want to know more about ley lines and geology.
Ley lines? Oh, I haven't heard someone come asking about them since Krellis's minions came to question me. He was very interested in the ley lines.
Krellis has been here.
His minions.
Oh, well, would you be willing to tell us
Himself
about that?
has not come. They asked about the ley lines. They asked about the fortress. They asked about the old towers and centers of powers. They had specific and general questions.
What information do you have on the ley lines? I know that some run through Aknara, some run through Odds, more run through Just Stars Bay.
I can't remember those specific general things I can pull out of a hat. Specifics. He points to like the vast pile of scrolls and books everywhere. I'll need a day or some days to research.
Good, we'll do that.
Okay, my question is, I want to know more about ley lines. Anyone else got a question?
I want to know about the desert.
Okay, so Moot is asking about the desert. Specifically about, like, settlements in there?
Specifically where, like, the lost city would be, I guess.
Got it.
Okay. He'll look up Lost City in the desert for Moot. He'll look up ley lines for Potato. Zerg, do you got anything?
Well, I should be asking about the ley lines. That's my quest. But instead...
If you want to take that,
maybe-
you can have it.
Yeah, if you've got something else. Although you could ask. I was thinking about asking about the 5th tower. It was the underwater tower, and if that potentially is in Ferodia, or the locations of any of the towers in Ferodia, because we can't seem to.
Actually,
None of
how
them
about
seem
you
to be
ask
obviously
about
be
the?
in Ferodia.
How about you ask about the ley lines, and I will ask him about. I want to know about, like, when was Ferodia first settled? Because this guy's also a specialist in immigration. There might be useful cultural information in, like, some of the, like, an overview of the immigration history of this place. Like,
Yeah, okay. Well, we can do both. Yeah, for sure.
all right, so I'll do immigration
Classic
history.
Irish. Always asking about immigration.
Sure, don't we want to
You're-
go over to your country and work in your mines?
This conspiracy theory image you've made, it doesn't line up with the old coast of the desert, though.
No, but listen.
No, I mean, I like the idea, but maybe it needs to be smaller.
Maybe, but we do need to find...
the point lines on the desert coast?
Oh, that's true. We need to figure out a ley line.
If the coastlines were different...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so he gave you a design of how it used to be, but if it's geologically unstable, that's just a snapshot in time. It's not like it was that forever and then changed to this.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
I think putting the point of the Ferris symbol on Justar's Bay works. And then the question is just simply, where is the center point from there? If we can discover like some of these major ley lines, right? Because
what
if the center point is in Aknara? Or what if there's an overlap in odds?
If we line up the center on Aknara and the point on Justar's Bay, that should give a fixed, precise location for everything else.
Wait, doesn't odds have a confluence of... Didn't it have
ley
like
lines.
overlapping ley lines? What if I take one of the corners and like put that on odds? Maybe that'll be more accurate. Hold on. I'm conspiracying. Hold on.
Yeah. That might actually give an overlapping in Aknara as well.
I need whoever has made these blue lines to delete them because it makes it harder to do this.
Yeah, they've been driving me crazy.
What blue lines?
They're the Nick's lines.
Oh, are they? Sorry.
Nick, measure anything and they'll go away.
Those are mine.
They just got stuck. Oh, thank God.
Okay, can you delete my conspiracy image from the map so I can take a fresh screenshot? Oh, yeah.
Worse.
Yeah.
You've deleted the orange borders now, Neil.
I did.
You should have taken a screenshot. Like I did.
But again, they're just a snapshot in time. They're like his old map from, what do you say, 1,200 years ago?
Something like
Yeah.
Or his theory based on his old map plus what other people said.
Wait.
Does Elijah have any questions for the dwarf?
I've been thinking. I don't think so.
Overlapping ley lines here. I assume a big ley line here. And that should get us, hopefully, something with Aknara, because we know that there's ley lines there.
So like, this is where I tried to make odds and Justar's Bay.
Okay, that's it.
The anchor points of my conspiracy.
Elijah does have a question for the dwarf.
Yes, bring it.
Do you believe that someone who's only done wrong for all their life can make things right?
That's not an answer in a history book. That's a question for a cleric.
Yeah, but you know, you've been around for a while, right? Or I don't know, maybe it was a stupid question, I guess. Anyway, guys, the ley lines, right?
Yeah.
If there is no changing your ways, question doesn't matter. If you can change your ways, you've answered it already. If you regret the things you've done, the best you can do is try to make it different. You know? Some days I regret my specialty of history. I could be a wealthy man if I studied Ferris and magic and all that drivel and nonsense, but it doesn't call to my heart. And every time I regret it, I eventually come round to it's better to be the man you are than the man you want to be.
I'm 14 and that's
Right?
deep, bro.
Right. Right.
Jamie, do the center of the... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Put the
Jamie,
center
do
of
the
the
center
noodle on
the circle
Aknara.
on Aknara, yeah, and then the right-hand point on Justar's Bay.
Okay, one more conspiracy image. Hold on.
Yeah. Could be on something here. This is pretty cool.
I think we need to map a ley line or two.
I like this. If these are the ley lines...
So do you want like the very center on Aknara?
Well, if it's the ley lines, that doesn't make sense because we know that the ley lines go through Aknara. But if it's not... If it's the 4 cities and then the fortress is at the center, then that would make sense. If it's not to do with the ley lines, if it's just to do with like pointing out where the points of power are.
It might be like there's major ley lines and then there's minor ley lines, you know?
Yeah. It's cool though.
You want it to be exactly centered on Ignara?
Yeah, centered on Ignara with the right hand point on Justar's Bay. That should give you a fixed position.
Okay, I'm trying to fiddle it into the...
But yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time talking to this dwarf, but maybe if Moot needs to go, we're ending here.
You got a little time.
I think so. I just want to get this last map,
There you go.
and then we'll
Last one.
end it here.
I don't know. I don't think
Let
this
me
one's a great one, but it's there.
You don't. Well, see, but that could point out the other cities, no?
You could. But the thing is, like, when you're working on this kind of a scale, like, if you adjust it 1 degree, that's like a 10-kilometer difference.
Ah, sure, yeah, but there's no room for guessing here. If Eknara is perfectly in the center and the right-hand point is perfectly on Justar's Bay, then we would be. It's not like we're guessing the other 3 points. They are fixed based on those 2 other points.
That's true, I guess. It depends on how accurate I am being with, like...
I agree, yeah. But I guess what I'm looking at is that all of the points are nearby the coast, which is
That's
what makes
true.
me think it might be accurate. Because those are the ones you did. Those points aren't near the coast and therefore shouldn't necessarily lead to the other big cities.
I think there's something to this, and I think if we just had, like, one ley line map, or, like, found... like,
Yeah.
I think we could map this pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when we come back next week, the dwarf will do some research into the ley lines. He might be able to tell you something, but history and people's movements are his real specialty. We'll see what I've got some dice rolls. There's a whole chart on how to run sages and their information in the books.
Sick.
And we'll get answers to as many of your questions as we can. And that'll be, well, we'll record it next week. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it'll be the next session.
That was a ton of fun. Great
Thanks
session.
for watching.
And check out the Patreon.
We do need to do...
Oh, bit of XP? Bit of XP
yes.
for spells?
We need to do a little bit XP for spells. Now, I'm realizing very quickly that those players who participate more are going to get more spells XP faster. But everyone, you'll get a little...
Everyone will get the same amount eventually, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Riven has more spells than anyone else. So Riven might end up with a wee more XP.
But then Riven also has to use more spells creatively. I think that's fair, right?
That's right. Moot, I am calculating 700 XP from Sigil of Protection, Breaking Bread, and Detect Magic. Oh, you also did Cure Light Wounds and Bless, actually.
Fuck
yeah. So that's 6, 7, 8, 900.
That's good.
Nick, I'm seeing Detect Magic and Cantrip.
That's it, yep.
Yep, 200. Zephyr, Detect Magic, Water to Wine, Sigil of Protection, Purify Food and Drink, Putrefy really, and Stressor. So that is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 for you.
Technically, you
Same
could give
as
me
Moot.
an extra 1 because I could have been blessing people too. So
That's true. You probably did.
So what's that? 1,000?
You're gonna get it now, or you're gonna get it the next time. So another 100 for 1,000 for you.
Whew.
And Elijah cast not a spell
I
the
didn't
whole
cast
session.
shit. I could have done Create Water during the feast, I guess, but I found it droll.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Yes.
like shoot water out of a thing? Because if we combine our powers, we could create like a wine jet.
We've talked about this last time. I think we could make a wine cannon.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
There's a little bit more experience for the feast, the gods coming to the ground, and all that jazz. So everyone can take 500 for the feasting and the gods arriving.
Yeah.
And additionally, Zephyr is going to get another 200 for poisoning the upper classes. You can't eat the rich once you poison them, but know. Yeah.
I made them think that they were divinely judged. Malchus would love that.
They were divinely judged.
Yeah.
You are divine and you judged them.
True.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I forgot. Another 200 experience for everyone for visiting the new city of Dayrun.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm also not tracking any of this, so I trust you've updated your
course.
characters accordingly.
I did.
Great. I trust that you're not adding zeros to anything because I would never know. You could lie about the amount of XP you have if you wanted to.
There's people tracking it though on the Discord, so we
That's
might
true.
eventually get found out.
I'm currently
Our
on
next level up is
561.
Our next level up is at 27,500 for the clerics.
Ours is at 20,000. What are you on,
20,000.
Elijah?
14,499.
Oh, you're
Ooh.
quite far beat. I'm on 16,596.
Yeah, but you're the DM's favorite. You get bonus XP all the time.
Oh yeah.
But most notably, you cast a bunch
He
of spells
plays it-
today, and I cast 0. So
Yeah. That actually makes up about the 1,000 difference that you have.
I only got 200.
Oh, that's true. Oh, but you have your different solo sessions. No, you guys had the same solo section. You two should actually have very similar XP.
The last
It makes me
time
feel
I-
like maybe
The
somebody
last time I
forgot to write it
tracked,
down.
I checked the guy tracking it in the Discord. We were very close,
Mm-hmm.
and that was only like last week.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm gonna
think
see if
it's-
I can find
think
the
it's fine.
post.
Listen,
This is why I'm saying you got to track this shit on your own, and I'm not doing it.
We're-
It's possible that
we're like 10 sessions away from milestone anyway. So like, let's just fucking.
we're gonna stay here. We're never milestoning.
Nah!
We're doing the XP forever.
Okay,
I really like this
Okay,
quest
that's it,
system.
everybody.
I'm excited.
I like the quest
Yeah.
system.